we go. A chance over to the near side. We're going to have to replay this horn. Down low to the near side they go, battling for possession. Zaka in the offensive end, going to be over there to Middlestad, over to Zaka. Zaka, he shoots. He scores! That's a trick. Didn't have to go. Face off. And the gloves drop immediately. We got a fight breaking out here. Kostelic giving some punches up against Sam Carrick. They're right at the center ice. Going to be a big shot and a big win by Mark Kostelic, as he gets ripped down by Carrick after the fight. That's going to be an added penalty. That's going to be a game misconduct, I think, for Carrick. And the Devils are going to clear that zone over to the near side. Here comes Heischer on a chance. A shot denied. Rebound shot. What a save by Carter Hart. Waiting for it is, I believe it's going to be, it's not going to be Marner in front of the net. Here comes a chance. A shot. He scores! This is going to be Paul Cotter on the first shootout, taking it in towards the net. Going to make a shot. Deflected by Carter Hart. Jesper Bratt moving in. He takes a shot. He scores! Jesper Bratt gets the first goal of the shootout. The Devils have a 1-0 advantage. Here we go. Mark Stone. No attempts this season on the shootout. Here's his first. Moving into the near side, over to the far. He shoots and it's gloved by Jake Allen. Mitch Marner, ready to go. Taking it in from the near side. Working around with speed to the far. He goes and he scores! Oh no, did he double shoot it? Yeah, it's correct. Gloves immediately coming off. We got a fight right here at the beginning. Who is that? Is Zadorov and number 47, that's Struble, going at it right at the opening whistle. And here we go, Zadorov laying a couple fists, and it's going to be back against the boards on the near side. A couple fists going either direction. Still clinging on to each other over on the far side. Now they're all the way back into the Bruins offensive end. Still on their feet, still laying punches. Helmet comes off of Struble, and still laying some punches at Zadorov. And now Struble trying to get back in this fight, but Zadorov is absolutely dominating it, and they break it up on the boards. Up to the top of the zone, over to Mantha, intercepted, and here comes a breakaway chance for the Flames. He shoots, he scores. Connor Zary getting the first goal of the game on a breakaway after an interception. There's the goal horn. There it is. I was wondering when that was going to proc. But yeah. Going to take the draw and going to be won by the Pens. That's going to be Kindle. Up to the near side to Shea. Shea working down low. Going to try and take it behind the net. Trying to create some room. Over to the far side. To the top of the zone. Over to St. Ivan. He sends a shot. Deflected. Oh, I thought that was in the net. It went over to the far side. Battling down low in front of chance. A shot. He's gone!
He will not be denied twice. He will not be denied twice.
Billy Quinn, let's frickin' go. That's how you do it, my boy. Passing back over to Novak. Novak taking it around over to the far side. Going to try and connect with Chinikov if he can. But here we go. Oh, boy. Here we go over to the near side. Carlson passing across. A chance. A shot. He's on! Let's win! Let's frickin' go, baby! Save the kid!
Took it on his took it on his shoulder and said, let me just clear this one.
That is how you do it. Send the kid clearing the Penguins bench. Let's let that horn sing, baby. That is how you do it. The Pens pulling a comeback win off and not blowing it. That is how you frickin' do it. That's how the Pittsburgh Mother Loving Penguins do it. If they keep playing like this, while they're covering Penguins hockey late into the summer, let's go! The Pittsburgh Mother Loving Penguins getting a big overtime goal. Ready to roll. Face off in the Pens offensive end. Going to be taken back by the Red Wings. Sider along the far side boards. Up through the far side. Battling into the neutral zone. Taken back by the Pens to the near side. Here comes Crosby. Looking to pass it across. Ice, a chance. A shot. He's gone! Run! Ross! Front of the net, working with that puck, clearing it out is Kindle. A chance, a breakaway. He shoots. He scores! Igor Chinikov getting his first goal as a Penguin. Let's go, baby! 2-0 Penguins. Let's go! That is how you freaking do it. How's it going, everybody? I am Jason of JasonsRealm here, bringing you live coverage, play-by-play reactions, what have you, to tonight. Big game between the Toronto Maple Leafs and the Vegas Golden Knights. They got a good one in store tonight, and I'm in a great mood because we just put PTA on them Flyers, baby. That is how you frickin' do it. As we are getting ready to go here for this game, puck drop will be in about 4 minutes here from Vegas, from Sin City. But let's see. Change the camera. I decided I wanted to be standing up a little more. I feel like I have more energy. Ooh, we ready to go. We ready to go, man. Ready to fight. We ready to get it, man. Come on. Got that man fans saying here because the Wild are getting annihilated. Well, let me take a look at the score of that game. Take a look at that real quick. Oh my. And it's by the freaking Jets. It's by the Jets of all teams. I can't. No way. 6-1 at the hands of the Jets on home ice. How do you let that happen, Minnesota? Oh my gosh. It's only the second period. Yeah, when you're losing 6-1 in the Wild, or to the Jets in the second period, you are going to be looking pretty bad. Oh my gosh, but we are here looking at the Vegas Golden Knights outside their arena. Fans getting ready to come in. Taking a look at Mitch frickin' Marner. First game versus the Maple Leafs since the offseason trade. So we'll see what he has in store against his former team tonight. As we got some tea going as well. Yeah, I mean, really, the entire top of that top of the Central Division, apart from the Colorado Avalanche, I'll give you a little pass. But you did get a pretty bad overtime loss as of late as well to these Maples. But even apart from let's give them a pass. The Wild and the Stars, man, what have been up with those two? They were within a few points of the Colorado Avalanche. Still, a few games behind. But they were within 6 points, 7 points. Entering tonight, those two teams are a whopping 11 and 13 points behind, respectively, of the Colorado Avalanche. Those two teams have been falling off as of late. Oh my word. It's going to be interesting to see how those teams can manage to come back. Because I don't know how much coming back there is from that, man. It's bad. It is bad. But this game should be a fun one here. Again, Vegas in a tight division themselves. Taking a look at the way the standings are. They are in the Pacific Division. They got a 2-point lead with 2 games in pocket over the Edmonton Oilers, who they'll be playing as well tonight, I believe. I could be wrong, but I believe they're playing tonight. Let me double check real quick. Nope, that's not what I knew. Where is my Google Chrome? That's where it is. I could be wrong. Let me double check myself real quick before I go too far. Yeah, they do. They're playing right now against the Isles. Nothing. So that's going to be another game we're going to be keeping an eye on here for the Golden Knights. We'll also be keeping a look on all the other NHL action and some NBA scores as we get some time in between. Go ahead and minimize Discord because that is going to block out the chat from being reloaded. But, yeah, a nice little, not a big slate for a Thursday. Only 10 games. But still, 2/3 of the league going at it tonight. The Penguins. The Pittsburgh Mother-Loving Penguins, baby. Huge win in the Battle of Pennsylvania. 3. Should have been 6-1. They got a little sloppy. They kind of said, we got the win. We don't need to play defense anymore. Let them 2 goals to result. Oh, well. But the Pens still coming away with the big win on that one. So we're feeling good tonight, no matter what happens. Oh, man. Go ahead and do a little bit of reload here. Here we go. Just over a minute away now from puck drop in this one. As we're looking at PK Subban and TJ Oshie. Long-time Capital there. All right, wrapped up our first of the night. Without spilling it. No, I'm not going to spill the tea. Oh, man. This should be a fun one. And I'm also going to be recording a new couple set of videos. I'm going to be starting a new little video series, you can call it. Where it's going to be a fans reaction. Similar but not quite the same as Grossi. It's going to be drawing some inspiration from that. To be honest, up front. But I think I'm going to be doing my own take because it is, going to be a Pittsburgh fans' reaction. Whether it be Steelers, Pirates, Penguins, what have you. I'm working on the first on that series night after this. So, hoping to get the first one of them out tomorrow, which should be a fun, quick little turnaround on the Pens Flyers game. That was a great game. But taking a look at our starting goalies, we got Joseph Woll this season, 11-4-2, 2 shutouts, a .920 save percentage, and a .254 save percentage. So there is your Joseph Woll stats for the year. On the opposite end is going to be Aiden Hill on the net for the Golden Knights. He is 1-0-2 this year with an .888 save percentage. First game since October 20th due to a lower body injury, and he is holding a .273 goals against average entering tonight on the year. So we'll see what he's got in store for his return from injury. And again, Mitch Marner making his first game against the Maple Leafs, I should say. Here we go, near side draw. Mitch Marner going to take the draw, but going to be won by the Leafs, going from left to right. Vegas from right to left. Into the offensive zone. Vegas going to try and take possession, battling for it in the corner there. Going to be tied up for it is going to be off the stick of Morgan Riley. And that puck going to get cleared out of the zone. Up through center. Come on, moving it to the near side. Off the stick of Riley Smith, going down into the corner. Going to lose it and going to be taken back by Morgan Riley. Over to the far side, clearing the zone. Vegas gets possession again to the near side. Moving it up, going to be off of the stick there of number 16. That's going to be Dorofeyev into the corner down low. And we got a whistle. Nice little smothered puck there for the Leafs off of Joseph Woll. Nice little freeze there. Go ahead and pull up some NBA scores as well so we can take a look at those. All right. That, and here we go. Taking a look, the Leafs have been a bit of an enigma as of late. Getting absolutely PTA'd against the Utah Mammoth after taking Colorado in overtime. The enigma of the Maple Leafs. Take a look at Austin Matthews on the ice. Won by the Knights. Going to be a shot by Barbashev. Not going to go. Over to the near side again. Moving it up top of the zone. Off of the stick of Lazon. Chance shot over to the far side. Going to be redirected. Moved up into the neutral zone. But it's going to be the Leafs coming away with it to the near side. To the offensive end with a chance. Austin, never mind. A little bit offside on that one. Light offside call there. Taking a look at the Leafs since December 23rd, 2025. An 813 points percent. A 4.0 goals per game. A 2.82 goals against per game. 28% on the power play. And 92.3% on the penalty kill. All elite numbers for this Leafs team. Can they keep it up in Vegas tonight? They need to if they want to stay alive in that playoff race. So the entire Eastern Conference, I'm saying it now, they are in playoff mode. So going to go back in behind the net there of Woll over to the near side. Trying to move it up. Taken back by the Knights with a chance. Cannot get a clean pick. Going to be Domi. Passing it back. Now going up into the neutral zone towards the offensive end. But going to be frozen up nice and easily there by Hill. All right. But how we feeling, everybody? How we feeling tonight as we're rocking into this game? Starting us at 18:45 to go in this first period. How we're feeling? I got chat pulled up over there, so I got all of the latest news from y'all over there. All right, so far side draw, ready to roll. Toronto needs to make something happen out of this here. The chance over to the far side, back in behind the net. The Knights take it. Barbashev moving up into center and taken right back by the Leafs, giving chase back down into the zone. Going to be Myers off of his stick. Working with it, Philippe Myers, wing to the far side. Passing it across to the near, going to be over to Domi. Into the offensive end, a chance. Not going to go. And that was actually Tavares. Tavares working around the near side. Not able to control it. The Knights get it and go out the other way. Hello. Passing across, takes your shot, and then with a chance for the Knights, not able to take it. And over to the near side with some speed. Here comes Tavares. Passing across over into the offensive end, Nylander. Over to the far side, down low, back and behind Tavares. And a chance again over to the near side. Nylander going to get there to that puck. Trying to move it around in front. Nylander going to pass across. Shot. Hey! Shoots and scores! That's going to be off of the stick there, I believe. That's going to be off the stick of Morgan Riley. So a nice 1-0 goal. Let's go ahead and replay that goal horn for Toronto. I didn't feel like they got it in time. There we go. The Leafs getting that little on the horn. Going to take a 1-0 lead in this one. They are out for blood tonight on the Knights. A beautiful job. Nylander able to pass it up to the near side or to the far side, and Riley with the shot. Nice chance there. A beautiful goal if I've ever seen one myself. And it's going to be a tough night for Vegas if this is going to be how the game goes. Just over 2 minutes into this one, down 1-0. And a nice draw here. You gotta, I mean, that's going to silence the home crowd. You gotta get the crowd back into it here if you are Vegas. Gotta get a quick one back. Gotta get that goal back. Working with it on the far side, moving it up through center to the offensive end. A chance, trying to take it away, and the Leafs take it back. Over to the near side now, off of the stick along the near side. That's going to be from Michelli into the offensive end, giving chase down low, passing in front, shot, going to go wide left. Over to the far side, battling for that possession, and going to get cleared all the way out. And it's going to be Vegas icing. All right. 17:25 to go here in the first period. Go ahead and get a little look here, a couple things. Okay. Here we go. 17:25 to go in the first. Far side draw in the Leafs offensive end, ready to roll. That puck passing it back in behind. The Knights coming with it over to the near side. Working with it now, going to be off the stick there of Reinhart. Taken back by the Leafs into the offensive zone with some speed. Here comes Matthews back in behind the net to the far side. Up to the top of the zone, back down low again. And going to be maintained. Domi up and across, taken back, interception in the defensive end by the Knights. Going to clear it out, but not enough for an icing. Going to give chase, and the Leafs are going to take it behind the net there, off of the stick there of Stetcher. Working with that puck, Stetcher going to pass wing to wing to the far side, moving it up on in and taken back by the Knights. But now it's going to be Domi working with it into the offensive end. Never mind, Mitch Marner had something else to say about it. Taken back at the center ice area by the Leafs. Dumping it into the offensive end. Back in behind the net there of Hill. And backing across to the near side. Off of Lazon. Moving it up. Clearing it out is going to be Riley Smith. But the Leafs coming away with it on the far side at center. And going to dump it into the offensive end to the near side it goes. Another tie-up going to come away with it is going to be the Leafs. Backing around to the far side. Robertson. But not able to maintain it for too long. Going to go back into the center ice area. Over to the near side, the Leafs are dominating puck possession in this one right now. I mean, the Knights are just stuck into a very defensive stance. They're stuck in having to prevent. They're in loss prevention as opposed to trying to get the win. And that's got to change if you're Vegas. You got to get back into how can you win this game. But over to the far side, Domi. Passing across, up and around the far side, down low again, Domi. Over to the near side, not able to connect. Oh boy, back the other way by the Knights, up on into the offensive end, passing across, intercepted in the defensive end by the Leafs and cleared out. And no icing because it goes right over there to Hill, going to be taken on the far side. That's going to be White Cloud with the puck. White Cloud over to the far side and going to be taken back again. Up into center, into the offensive end, go the Knights with a chance, shot deflected. Nice little deflection there by Wall. Back in behind that to the far side. Going to be Morgan Riley trying to move it up, and they're going to clear the zone. But it's going to be Toronto icing. All right, you know what? I think I want to this over. I've been standing for a hot minute over the camera. Uh-oh. So here we go. Ready to roll. Puck over there on the near side board. Going to move up through center, up on into the offensive end. Taken back by the Knights, sent out. And now it's the Leafs trying to get possession back into the offensive end. 3-on-3. Passing across in front. Nylander shot. He scores! With a Nylander. Able to make it 2-0 Toronto. Yowzers. That is a rough start there for... Oh my gosh. That is a rough start. But we'll see. I might actually change the angle again. I don't know. We might test things out during this stream. This might be a bit of a test stream as well. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Get a lot of people chatting in here. We might not do as much testing, but we might do some testing if kind of on our own here. But here we go. Center ice draw. And going to be taking that draw here. Going to be Knight trying to come away with it, but the Leafs end up winning it. In the defensive end, the Leafs sending it to the far side. Almost intercepted, but going to get cleared out anyway. Over to the near side. Moving it up. Going to be off the stick there of Philippe Myers. Into the offensive end. The Leafs going to send it around to the near side. They go. Still tied up. Gets cleared out of the zone. And the Knights are going to give chase. They're going to be taken back by John Tavares. Over to the far side. Up into the center ice area. Taken back by the Knights. Over to the near side. Down 2-0 early in this one. Vegas needs a goal right now. But it's going to be icing on Vegas. That's not going to do them any favors. Yeah, I found this bad boy. It is a tripod that I can put the webcam on. So, obviously Philadelphia run out of the building. Oh, that was an incredible game to watch. The Pittsburgh mother-loving Penguins, baby. Putting up a big win. So here we go, ready to roll. That puck in near side offensive zone draw for the Leafs. And that faceoff can be won by the Knights to the far side from White Cloud. Get up into the near side to the offensive end. Not able to maintain control. Poked away by the Leafs. Into the defensive end. Over to the near side they go. Working with it now. Bring it up along the boards into the offensive end. To chase that puck behind the net now to the near side corner. Bring it up. And it's going to be flipped out by the Knights. And Wall able to make a nice stop on that puck. All right. Let's see here. Go ahead and get a little reload on something here. Taking a look at Bruce Cassidy, fourth season as a Knights head coach. They're 5-0-0 in the last 5 games. 44 points percent as well. All right. So we will see here. No one to go in this first period. Ready to rumble. Your side, offensive zone draw for the Knights going to be won by the Leafs to the far side, giving chase. To get back is going to be Bobby McMahon to the near side, moving it up through the center ice area. Domi dumping in, but the Knights are going to try and get back. Tied up in the corner and going to be taken by the Knights behind the net. The far side, he moves it up into the center ice area, taking it up through center into the offensive end of the near side. If they can get a chance, a shot and a nice, easy save by Joseph Wall. Can't let that one get past him. The 13:36 left in the first. They're going to step away for their first commercial, but we don't step away for commercials. We don't step away for commercials. All right. We shall see here. Let me go ahead and see what I need to do. I don't know. I like the wide angle. See. Oh, man. We'll go and see if we got any other news to discover right now. Oh, boy. Oh, there's the Dwayne Jetski ad. Oh, okay. We'll see. Man. We shall see. Taking a look as we have some time here. Got any other updates around the NHL real quick? You're a little rattling off around the league. You got the Bruins up 3-2 on the Kraken. That being in the third period, start of the third. Same at the start of the third. The Jets up 6-1 over the Wild with 6:44 to go in the second. The Blackhawks on a power play down 2-1 to the Calgary Flames. Start of the second period in where the Stars are tied up with the Mammoth. The Isles and Oilers tied at nothing at the end of the first, getting ready for the start of the second. Obviously, we're 2-0 here at least. 13:36 to go in the first. I just realized that period. Wider. All right. Final games already. The Sabres beating the Canadiens 5-3. The Pens won 6-3 over the Flyers. Sharks winning Capitals, and the Blue Jackets winning 4-1 over the Canucks. you like for the next Steelers head coach? I would like to see an offensive-minded head coach. You've had a lot of defensive minds as of late. I want to see what an offensive mind can do there, personally. But knowing the Steelers are probably going to go with some sort of defensive mind, unknown head coach. So I could see Shula. He's an unproven head coach. He's never had a head coach. Name Shula draws a lot of attention on its own. And the Rams defense has not been horrible. But I do have my reservations because they have struggled as of late. They have had their fair share of struggles on trying to maintain leads. Look back at the Seattle game. But again, I would like to see Flores if it's going to be a defensive guy, but I think they've ruled out everyone that is, or effectively ruled out everyone that's been a head coach already. So we'll see what happens there, but I would like to see an offensive-minded guy. Here we go, the Knights in the offensive end over to that top corner. Down low again, still tied up. Trying to move it away to the near side, not able to. Got a penalty coming up against, is that going to be against Vegas? Wow. I can see Flores because he did get a raw deal in Miami. And it'll be Flores returning home because he was with Pittsburgh. He is familiar with the Rooney family. It's actually Toronto. It's actually going to be Jake McCabe getting 2 for slashing. Yeah, right there. Breaking Stone stick. So the Knights going to go on the game's first power play. Here we go. Offensive zone draw on the near side circle. Roll. But yeah, because he got a raw deal in Miami and he has familiarity with the Rooney family because he was a defensive coordinator of Pittsburgh as well. Don't forget that. I think that was before he went to Miami, he was a defensive coordinator. Then after that, he went back to Minnesota. Top of the zone, Marner in the power play in the offensive end. Around near side, shot by Eichel, not going to go. Goes wide, maintained at the top of the zone by Marner. Down to the far side to Dorofeyev. Back in behind the net, Stone over to the near side to Eichel. Eichel passing down low, Stone backing across front, shot by Hurdle, not able to get a clean shot, deflected over to that far corner. And going to go back in behind the net, Eichel. Not able to quite maintain the zone, but Stone able to move it around the near side. Along the boards, Eichel getting back in there, same with Hurdle. Eichel maintains it for now, but aggressive defense there by Scott Lawton. And down to the corner, Stone trying to move it around to Hurdle. Along the far side boards, Dorofeyev. Dorofeyev looking at that puck. Top of the zone again. That's from Marner down to Eichel on the near side. Back to Marner, top of the zone. Shot from Marner, not going to go, lose in front, still with a chance, not able to maintain it, and going to be cleared out effectively there by the Leafs. Oh, man. But Eichel, that puck, 53 seconds to go on the power play. And moving it up into the offensive end, Stone, chance shot, not going to go, and going to be frozen by Wall. All right. It will see here. Oh, hello. Got the long one. We got the long one. Top of the zone to the near side. Down low. Eichel working with that puck. Trying to move it around. Still on the near side. Down low he goes. Eichel. With that puck. That horn is going to be overpowering me. I got to lower that horn a little bit. We got to lower that just a little bit. And there's the goal. That goal going to be by Dorofeyev. All right, so Vegas now going to get themselves right back in this one. 2-1 going to be your score right now. All right. Oh, geez, that horn was a little loud. A little jumpy at the start. But the Knights drummers, they are happy. They're back there drumming away. Boom, 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 boom. Man. Right over there. Eichel. Hitting it right across. Redirected by Marner. And bam. A quick play there. That is how you do it. Oh, here we go. Center ice draw going to be won by the Leafs over to the far side, across to the near. Working with it now, up into the offensive end. They're going to send it into the corner. Far side, moving it along the boards. And going to be taken by the Knights into that offensive end if they can maintain it into the corner down low. Taken back there by Ekman Larson. Over the far side. Going to be sent out by Tavares to the near side off of the stick of Michelli. The offensive end, they're going to send it to that far corner. Michelli battling aggressively there up against Shea Theodore. Corner, Tavares gets in there as well. Barbashev 2. And Tavares going to come away with it from the party. Top of the zone, a chance shot deflected over to the far side. Tavares maintain it. Top of the zone again. Shot and a nice save. Okay. I'll see here. Look at the upcoming schedule, the upcoming national schedule. Or you got the Sharks at the Red Wings. Monday, you got the Canes hosting the Sabres. We'll be live for that one on Monday. Oh, here we go. Taking a look on that near side, or far side, sorry, offensive zone draw for the Leafs. One by the Leafs in the offensive end, working with it around near side shot, not going to go. In a nice athletic move by Hale to get on top of that puck. Okay. I'll see you now. Far side draw, Leafs offensive end. Oh, man. We got to see this here. Come on. Got a lot of offense so far. 10:55 to go in the first. Face-off won by the Leafs. That's going to be Nylander sending it in. Back in behind the net. Moved around by Nyes. Down to that corner. Top of the zone. Gets cleared out by the Golden Knights. Back down low, giving chase. Going to be off the stick of Pete Myers to the far side. He moved it. Up through center. Trying to flip it up. Going to be by the Leafs on the far side to the near. Moving it up to the offensive end. A chance of shot. And denied. A nice save there by Hill. Okay. We shall see. We shall see here. Might need to move that monitor over a little. But I don't know that I can because it's already stretched out. Hey. Here we go. Here. Having to go in the first. Face-off won by the Leafs. Top of the zone. Shot and going to be gloved by Hill quickly. And effectively, we're going to repeat that. Another draw on that near side circle. Okay. Heather saying, what's up? Congrats on the Pens win. Yeah, man. It's man. And the Leafs getting a goal now. Looks like. Dan Domi behind the net to the near side now. Going to be up along the board. Still tied up for that puck down low. Domi trying to move it away. Top of the zone. Can they maintain it? Long battle for that puck. Going to come away. Shot going to go wide over to the far side. Back and across. It deflected. He scores. That's a way to get the goal. That's going to be Austin Matthews. It might get a good deflection by McMahon. I think it deflected off of McMahon's stick with a shot there by Austin Matthews. Going to get that goal. 3-1 Toronto. And the Leafs fans in the building are doing everything they can to shut up them Knights fans. Oh, actually, it was deflected in by Matthews. Actually deflected in by Matthews. All right. We will see here. So here we go. Near our center face-off. Going to be won there by the Leafs into the defensive end to the near side. Back and across there. Moving it up off of that stick of Cohen into the offensive end. Round now over to that near side. Trying to flip it into the offensive end. They'll go. He's trying to move it back in, but the Leafs can come away with it in their defensive end, working with that puck now. And still tied up here along the near side into the offensive end, but the Knights coming away with it. Up through center they go. That was Matthews' 23rd goal this season, 8th in his last 8 games. And over to the far side, the Leafs still having possession. Ekman Larson along the far side, moving it up through center, up on into the offensive end they go. A foot race for that puck, going to come away with it. It's going to be the Golden Knights off the stick of Ben Hutton. That puck now into the offensive end. The Leafs still with a chance. Behind the net now. Up around that near side corner. Trying to send it around. Cohen to the far side. Going to hit Tavares. Up to the top of the zone. Back down low again. Behind the net. Over to the far side. Tavares again along the boards. Going to be taken away by Dorofeev. That puck. Back into the defensive end he goes. Behind the net. Looking to create to the far side. Going to send it along the boards. Up on into the neutral zone now. Off of the stick of Hannafin. Into the offensive end. Going to be kicked right back out by the Maple Leafs. Up on into the offensive end. Back down into the corner they go. Going to be taken up here now by the Knights off of the stick. I believe it's off of Marner. And that puck going to be launched into the air, into the offensive end of the Knights. Taken back by the Leafs off the stick of Matthew Nyes. On the near side, that's going to be Stetcher passing up into the offensive end. Roy. And shot going to get deflected. An easy save there. Far side, still battling. And the puck, Dorofeev able to get there and poke it out. Trying to race into the offense. And a breakaway for Riley Smith. He shoots and he's denied. A big check behind the net over to the near side. Puck going to get freed up and taken out by the Leafs. Far side to the offensive end. 4-on-3 into the zone. Not able to get a clean shot off, though. Over to the near side, down low. Down, still tied up along the boards. Still tied up in that corner now. Going to move it up along to the top of the zone. Taken back by the Knights. Here comes your 3-on-4 rush. Going to dump it into that offensive end. Back into the corner. And a big collision there behind the net there involving going to be Morgan Riley. And the Leafs coming away with it to the near side. Riley passing it up into the side and gets deflected off a stick into the crowd. What a catch by that dude right there. He just put his hand right up and just bing. Easy save. All right. Oh, let's see. Let me go ahead and reposition ourselves. We're going to reposition ourselves a little bit here. Okay. Whiteboard. Here. Okay. There we go. Now we got everything set up the way I like it. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the other NHL games going on around the league right now. Any other score updates to provide? It does not appear that we have any since our last check. Let's go ahead and take a look at the NBA real quick. I know we got some NBA fans out there. They got the Spurs up on the Bucks, 117-90, with 4:21 left in the fourth quarter. Mavericks up 99-68 over the Jazz with 4:08 left in the third. And the Trailblazers up 3-0 very early in the first quarter. Look at the results of 4 other games that went penalties. Tad, the Knicks lost. Yeah, Knicks, where are you, buddy? Knicks haven't lost yet. It's just the start of the first quarter. It just tipped off. And Charlotte Hornets and the LA Lakers going to be tipping off at 10:30 Eastern. Games that went final, the Magic won 118-111 over the Grizzlies. The Pistons winning over the Suns, beating the Suns 108-105. The Celtics beating the Heat 119-114. And the Thunder beating the Rockets 111-91. All right. And get myself some Sprite Cranberry. Want a Sprite Cranberry? Okay. Let's see here. Cranberry. As we are back here in Vegas. Okay. So here we go. New roll. Offensive zone draw here for the Knights. Coming up. And let's see who's going to come away with it. 7:34 to go here in the first period. Face-off going to be won by the Leafs over to that far side. Jake McCabe. Get up, kept in the offensive end there by Jack Eichel. Trying to hit Matt Stone over to Eichel, and they clear themselves out. Going to be taken there by Shea Theodore. Intercepted in the defensive end for the Leafs. Up on into the offensive end. They're going to move it, sending it behind the net there of the goalie Hill. Over to that far side they go. And around now again. Still tied up. A ground near side. Shot deflected. Not going to be a goal. How in the world do you not get that goal? How in the world do you not get that goal? 7 minutes to go over to the near side. The Knights into the offensive end if they can maintain possession. Down low now over to the near side. Stone working with that puck over to the far side. Going to send it. And in front, not able to get a clean shot off. Over to that far side, the Leafs. Going to move it up. Out of the zone they go. Up on into the Knights defensive end. Going to be taken by Vegas. Back in behind the net. Going to be Korzak. Up on into the offensive end. Cannot connect. And it's going to be... How is that icing? The Knights are going to beat it out. But they called icing on Vegas. Man, McMahon on an incredible opportunity there. But Hill, what a save by Hill. Domi had a shot, passing across, and then an incredible save there. That's going to be on your highlight reel for years to come. So here we go. All right, draw. They did take out the icing, so it's going to be a center ice draw. Leafs winning 12 draws to the 8 for the Knights. And here we go. Mitch Marner going to take the draw again. So that's going to be Tavares. Going to be won by Tavares and the Leafs. Back on into the defensive end to the far side. To the offensive end they go. Over to the near side. Trying to move it around. Leafs in front. Chance not able to get a good shot off. Moving it up the other way into the offensive end. Morgan Riley. Not Morgan Riley. It's going to be Riley Smith. Over to the far side. Too many Rileys in this one. Pounding behind the net they go. The Knights with a chance. Trying to pass in front. Going to be intercepted by the Leafs. Moving it out the other way. And going to be flipped into the offensive zone there. Off the stick of Michelli. Back in behind the net. Over to the far side they go. Tavares to the top of the zone. Connecting there at the top of the zone there. And a cross ice pass. Down low they go. Tavares. Over to the near side. Not able to go. Passing across. Over to the far side. Going to be flipped out by the Vegas Golden Knights. Into the defensive end. The Leafs go over to the near side. Working with it now is going to be off the stick of Matthew Nyes. Back into the defensive end. To the far side they go. It up on into the offensive end. Back in behind the net now of Hill. Bodies collide behind that net to the near side. The puck going to be picked up by the Knights. Over to the near side off the stick of Holt. Into the offensive end. They're going to dump it. Back in behind the net of Wall. Over to the near side. They're going to move it. Working around, a chance in front of the net. Can the Knights? No, they cannot. Going to be taken back by McMahon. Up on into the offensive end he goes. Over to the far side. Shot going to be deflected. Down into the corner they go. Over to the near side. Moving it out. Going to be off of the stick of the Knights. Up through center. Going to be taken right back by the Leafs. Off the stick of Cade. Back in now behind the net of Hill. Going to be stopped there and left for the Knights to take. 4:48 to go in the period. That puck up over to the far side. And over to the near side they go again. Passing back. And the Knights to the offensive end. They can maintain possession, but the Leafs come away with it to the near side. Up on into the offensive end. A chance. Robertson. Trying to move that puck around. Not able to. Around that near side board. Taken up there. Going to be off the stick of Kolasar. To the offensive end. They're going to send it. No icing. Over to the far side. Taken behind the net. The Knights have a chance in the offensive end to the top of the zone. Shot by Hannafin. Going to go off a stick and up on into the glass. And going to be kicked out by the Knights to regroup. Over to the near side in the defensive end. That's going to be from Kolasar. Going to go for a full change. Over to the near side now. It's going to be Jack Eichel. Up through center to the offensive end he goes. Passing across. And down. Shot. Not going to go. Over to the near side. Goes loose. Maintains. And around that far side. And the Knights still trying to move with possession. Tied up in that corner now. Going to come away with it is going to be the Leafs. Over to the near side. Down low. Setting it up along the boards to clear the zone. But it kept in by the Knights. The Leafs come away with it now. Over to that far side. Into the offensive end they go. With a chance. Around that near side. Moving it out off of the stick there of Theodore. Up into the offensive end. Here come the Knights. Shot. Not going to go. That shot going to go wide by Stone. Working around now the near side boards. The Leafs going to try and move that puck out of the way. And going to be moved around now. Over to the offensive end. A chance. Down low. Shot going to be denied. Over to the near side. Clearing it out of the zone. Giving chase is going to be the Leafs. Back in over to that far side. And moving it up on into the neutral zone, passing back to the defensive end. They go to the near side into the offensive end. That puck now over to the center ice area. That puck up into the offensive end. Going to be off of Riley Smith. Down low into the corner. Moving it out is Ekman Larson along the boards. Still tied up. Brown again. Going to come away with it. Going to be the Leafs. Moving it up into the center or neutral ice. Get back into the offensive end. But the Leafs going to clear it right back out again. And moving around back into the Toronto end. Going to be taken by the Leafs. Over to the far side. And a body goes down. Looking for a trip. Not going to get a trip. Into the offensive end. A chance, a shot, and a save by Aiden Hill. All right, I'm getting a little toasty. I am getting a little toasty up in here. Don't get me wrong. I love the Pens jersey. I really do. But I'm getting toasty. That's the thing. My body has an incredible cold tolerance. So, heat does get to me. Okay. That's more like it. Back into a t-shirt. Okay. Oh, man. Let me take a look at something on the back end here real quick. Okay. I'll see here. Let me take a look at a couple of things. Who are you rooting for? Honestly, I mean, I'd like to see Vegas just because they're a Western Conference team, personally. But that's kind of just my thought on it. Is that they're a Western Conference team. I'd rather see the Western Conference team win over the Eastern Conference team in this one. So, but you know what? I might take a minute here. What I want to do. Let's see, if I were to do that, I would have that right in the middle of him. It's unfortunate, but he'd be able to see through that, I think. Oh yeah, we might go ahead and move around that camera a little bit later here. Here we go, it's Aiden Hill bobblehead night. 2:12 to go here in that first period. Ready to roll. Okay. So here we go. Our near side draw in the Vegas end. Going to be won by Vegas. Back in behind the net. Over to the near side they send it. Moving it up along the boards. Back in behind the net they go. Over to the far side now. Back over to the near. Going to be off the stick of Lazon. Up on into the center ice area. Passing across to the near side. Into the offensive end. Eichel looking for some help. Passing it up to the top of the zone. Shot. Going to be gloved by Woll. Okay. So we shall see. We will see. So, near side draw in the Leafs defensive end. Okay, the faceoff going to be won by Toronto. Over to the near side. Going to move it up into that offensive end. Clearing all the way out. Back into a battle in the right end. The puck now going to be over to the far side. Chance in front of the net. The Leafs with a chance of shot. Going to get deflected up over to the far side. Taken by the Knights. Going to clear it out of their own end. Get out. Now it's going to be still Vegas. Into the neutral zone they go. Up through center ice to the offensive end. A chance of shot. Denied. Nice save by Woll. Beautiful save there by Joseph Woll. Okay, let me go ahead and move these things over here. I don't need those over there. All right. So here we go. 15 shots to 10 favoring Toronto. And it's going to be a face-off in the Leafs zone here coming up with 1:22 to go in the period. And that face-off here. Let's see. Off going to be won there by the Leafs over to the far side along the boards, moving it up. Up now through center, and the Leafs now into the ninth end, trying to maintain control, but big pressure there by Korzak to take that puck away. Back in behind the net to the near side, top of the zone, not going to go. Around the near side to the offensive end, Riley Smith going to send it, but over to the near side, they take it, and the Knights take it back in their own end. Wing-to-wing pass. The near side again, going to be Hannafin with the puck along the boards and center ice to the offensive end. And not able to go. Going to get cleared right back out by Toronto. Knights starting back from their own end again. 44 seconds to go in the period. Going for another change is Vegas. Up on into Leafs end. Shot going to go off a stick and go into the netting. All right. But we shall see here. You know what? There's also something else I want to try and work on. There's something else I want to see if I can make happen. Let me take a look at something here. All right. So here we go. Back in now to that near corner. Taken out of the Leafs end and cleared all the way out. And going to be icing on Toronto. No other goal updates to provide. The Kraken and Bruins under 2:42 to play. Bruins look like they're going to win on Zdeno Chara night. Oh, here we go. It's off shot by the Knights, not able to go in the Leafs end. Hurdle around that side. Shot going to go wide again. Back in behind the net, top of the zone. Going to be intercepted by the Leafs in their own end. Going the other way. 3 men up the ice, 3-on-2. 14 seconds to go in the period into the Vegas end. A chance passing across, can't connect. Across now taken out by a Hurdle with 7 to go. 6-5 into the offensive end. Going to dump it into the corner. And over to the near side. That looks like that's how this first period is going to come to a close with the puck skittering in the neutral zone. Your current score at the end of one is going to be the Toronto Maple Leafs 3. The Vegas Golden Knights 1. Okay. Taking a look at your shots on goal for this one here. Let me go ahead and pull it up. Pull the game cast. And you got your shots on goal. Going to be 15 for the Leafs and 10 for the Knights. Okay, let me go ahead and see. What happens if I do this? And I want to see if I can add a source here. I'm going to try and add a source. I think we're going to add a webcam capture source. Or not webcam, a window capture. I want to see if I can add the ESPN thing up in that corner. Add a new source instead. Enter. All right. Add source. We're going to capture window. Okay, we're going to do that. We're going to do that. We're going to do that. And we're going to do that. There we go. We can do that. Put that below alert box. And there we go. Now we got that up in the upper corner so you guys can reference that as well. We're trying to make some changes during stream. Because why not? Why not? Why not? Do we like having that up there? Do we think that's going to be useful? Do we like it? If we like it, I'm going to keep it. We'll kind of see how it goes for the rest of this stream. I think it's useful for people to reference while we are live. It's going to be a little bit ahead. And I know that it's going to be a little ahead. But it's something that's useful, I think, for people to see. And I think after the stream, I'm going to change up the camera angle a little bit. I want to bring it a little bit tighter into us. And see what we do with that. I'm also going to be recording another video after this. We're going to be doing a new little series of Pittsburgh fan reacts. So, you know, for Steelers, it's going to be a Steeler fan reacts. For Penguins hockey, it's going to be a Penguins fan reacts. For Pirates news, it's going to be a Pirates fan reacts. to whatever news we got going on in the leagues, whatever news we got going on with the teams. So I'm going to be recording the first 2 videos to that series tonight. A Penguins fan reacts and a Steelers fan reacts to the 2025 NFL Steelers season. So I'm going to be a little busy tonight, little busy boy. Oh, man. Okay, then that is an interesting thing for the music to go to. But how we feeling tonight, everybody? How we rolling? How we doing? Okay. Taking a look on X. We have a little bit of time here. Man. We will see. Bullet for dinner. That's nice. That's nice. Okay. Yeah, we shall see here. And what we got is we have some time here. Just taking a look around. Actually, if we got any other news. Lazat got into a fight today, which is pretty cool to see. You don't see the little guy getting into a fight that often. Oh, man. And the Knicks game on, and they are doing good so far. Well, taking a look at the NBA right now. The Knicks up 33-21 over the Warriors. The Trailblazers up 26-20 over the Hawks. And the Mavericks just running away with that one. 126-97 in the fourth quarter against the Jazz. Also going final, the Spurs beating down on the Bucks 119-101 in the NBA. For those who do watch. The Wild getting on the scoreboard, baby. They finally got another goal. But it's going to be too little too late as there's 1:49 to go in regulation. Down 6-2 to the Winnipeg Jets. Yeah. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying on that one. It's pretty bad. Ooh, that's the one thing I want to change. I do not want this source to capture. Oh, nope. I do not want this source to capture my cursor. Properties. We're not going to capture cursor. Otherwise, you guys see my cursor will flying over it all night. Because I do move around a lot of tabs while I'm live. Because I do like to check on a lot of things. All right. Look at the fantasy team. How's the fantasy team doing? How are we feeling? 22.9 for my players tonight. Partly because the pens went off. I had Sidney Crosby get 4.3. Celebrini got a goal, or got an assist, with 6 shots on goal to get 2.1. Then you got Brian Russ getting 3.2. Ricard Raquel with 2 points because of his assist on a power play point. You also had Igor Chinikov with a goal, a power play goal. No, it's a regular goal, but still 2.2 for him. 2.3 for Morgan Riley so far because of that goal. So, let's frickin' go, boys. We're feeling pretty good. I feel like I'm going to be taking the game against my opponent this week. I also got a goalie get 4 points because of a win. All right. Let me go ahead and get a little reload on this. See how we are holding over there. Okay. I think I know what I need to do for the next stream. We are ready to roll here. Let me take a look at a couple of other things as we have some time. Oh, man. Got Thunderbolt saying we need a big name in sports to do a poll. Who has the most annoying... Oh, my gosh. You want to join up, PDF? You want to join up, man? We haven't had you on stream for a while, bro. We haven't had you on for a bit, man. Another L for the Kraken. I did see that coming. It was tough because the Bruins were on a feel-good night. It was the Dino Chara night. This night they were retiring his number. It was unneeded. It was a game where it's like they were gonna win that no matter how you slice it. I think, personally. just because it was such an emotional night. So, roll your AirPods, cooperate. All right, well, hey, we'll have you on the stream, man. Always good to have you in here. Also helps with the vocal cords. I've been dealing with a sore throat these last couple days. It has not been feeling good. It has not been feeling good. I don't know why. It just came out of nowhere. I don't feel sick. It's literally just a sore throat. The Hover Bruins scored again. Oh my gosh. I mean, again, it's their feel-good night. It's their party night. You know. It's just their night to be happy. It's their night to feel happy. Let them have it, you know. Anyone was going to have a rough night against the Kraken on Zdeno Chara, or against the Bruins on Zdeno Chara night. That's just the way it was. So, how's it going, PDF? How you doing, man?
Not bad. How are you? I just wanted to stop in and say hi to chat.
Yeah, we're hanging in here. I can play the Pens Saturday.
I just wanted to come and say hi and say, yes, I'm still here. But it's just been one thing after another for me. So sorry, chat. I haven't been able to.
Well, hey, Sunday we got an NFL doubleheader, 3 p.m. and 6:30. So.
I might have to join you for one of them.
Let me take a look here. NHL scores. The Pens played the Kraken soon. Today's what? Thursday, Friday.
One of my
Saturday.
good friend. Oh my God, the Mammoth are up 1-0.
No, it's actually on Monday. That's on Monday. The 19th is Monday. It's an early day game because of the holiday, Martin Luther King Jr. Day. So they got the games going all day. That's gonna be an all-day streamathon for the channel. Taking a look at the streaming schedule, we got scheduled streams here. Let me go ahead and pull it up real quick. We got them scheduled for 1:30 p.m. with Sabres and Hurricanes, and 5 p.m. with Kraken Penguins, and then we got the National Championship immediately following that.
Oh yeah, college. Okay.
Yeah, we'll be we'll be live for that one, man. If you want to join us as well on that one, National Championship, should be a good one.
Yeah.
But how about them Penguins tonight, man? Whooping the Flyers.
For tradition.
They're getting back on it.
Yeah, you guys have owned the Flyers pretty much.
I think this year they won what, 2 or 3 games. I think they have not dropped a game to the Flyers. Or no, they did drop one. They dropped one in overtime or a shootout. Yeah, they dropped the first game on October 28th in a shootout in Philly. Then they won in Philly on December 1st. Won in Pittsburgh today, and then they play in Pittsburgh again on March 7th.
Yeah.
So
my Stars, oh my God, like their defense has been taking nosedive. It's like
that. Well, the thing is,
defense.
I think that's a good thing for the Stars. You know why?
Why? Because of Rasmus Anderson and the Coleman rumors being linked to us, which I hope we get.
No, what I'm saying is every team goes through an identity crisis early, at some point. Whether that be, the 2022 Bruins, which went through that in the postseason, or some of these other teams, that have found it in the regular season where they've had that month or two of struggle, You're going to make the playoffs. The Western Conference is a battle to the bottom, basically. Apart from a few teams, apart from the Wild, which I don't even know about the Wild anymore. I mean, they just got whooped. Total BTA by the Jets.
Yeah. But the Jets usually have Minnesota's number. I mean, that doesn't surprise me one bit.
Yeah, but it's also the Jets, who have been the worst team in hockey, or one of the worst teams in hockey as of late.
Yeah, last year they were President's Trophy too.
Yeah, that's a crazy fall off, bro. That is a crazy fall off by the Winnipeg Jets.
Oh, Hellebuck's back. That's probably why. But Hellebuck has been out for with pretty much whole half of the season with a knee thing or whatever.
Yeah, but that's why I'm saying that the Colorado Avalanche, they keep winning, they're going to be a first or second round exit. playoffs. They're not going to win it all. Avalanche fans think they've got the league wrapped around their little finger. Just you wait until the playoffs. Just you wait until the playoffs.
Yeah, exactly. Because they're on pace with what the Bruins did a few years ago. It's like,
if you don't have that identity crisis month, you're gonna suck. You're gonna struggle in the playoffs. Every team goes through it. It's a matter of, is it going to be in the playoffs or the regular season?
I know, and Utah is on a heat. I mean, I hope Utah goes into Colorado, pulls off what the Panthers did 3 years ago. That would be legendary. Like,
true. I don't know if they're going to be able to do that, though.
Either Utah or San Jose.
And taking a look.
But Celebrini has assisted on like 90% of the Sharks' goals. Has been involved with 90% of the Sharks' goals. That's which is a crazy stat. Celebrini.
Yeah. So, NHL Watch on X released playoff matchups as of right now based on points percent. It'll be the Lightning against the Penguins in the first round, right? Lightning against the Penguins.
Mm-hmm.
The Pens would that would be a great. That would be one incredible series because the Penguins have played the Lightning incredibly close this year. That's a series I would love to see. Just based on how they've been.
Wait, Pittsburgh's third right now.
Based on points percent. So it's neutralizing for it's neutralizing for games played because again, you games in pocket.
Wow.
Buffalo against Carolina. Then you got the Canadians against the Red Wings.
Oh my god.
And the Isles Capital. Those are pretty solid matchups right there.
I know. Capitals aren't even. I mean, the East is wide freaking open.
But I would love to see, I would love to see Pens and Lightning in the playoffs. That would be one hell of a series. You're talking a 7-game grudge fest, grueling battle, defensive stands left and right. Total goals scored in 7 games, you're looking at maybe 15, 16 goals across 7 games, across both teams. You're talking combined about 2 goals a game on average.
I wish the Panthers were kind of somewhat competitive.
Your Western Conference, though, not so much. You got the Avs against the Kings, which could get interesting if the Kings can manage to put it together. Vegas against San Jose, again, that'll be a solid one, but I think Vegas kind of runs away with that one. The Stars against the Wild, that is your marquee matchup right there. 2 teams that can be elite. And then the Oilers and Kraken, which again, the Oilers would just take that. The Oilers would take that in 5, I would think. I mean, I would think the Oilers take that game in 5 fairly easily.
Yeah, the Dallas-Minnesota game I have a feeling that's going to go to 7 games. And I think our last 5 game 7s were undefeated, so. Oh
no. The little girl is going for it again. You know what?
We need to put a poll.
I'm gonna do something funny.
What?
I'm gonna make a parlay on Bet365, right? This little girl went perfectly imperfect in the first round of the NFL playoffs. Every team she picked lost. So I'm going to do the funny.
No.
And I am going to put together a $2 parlay of money lines of the opponent of every team that she put. Okay? But we're going to do the funny. So, she picked the Bears. So that means the Rams. She picked the Broncos. Whoa. So that means the Rams. That means the Bills because she took the Broncos. Wait. Niners, so I take the Seahawks. Patriots, so I take the Texans. Then I got the Rams. Yeah. Then I got the Bills.
Johnny Harbaugh is the Giants head coach. I am actually legitimately scared of him coaching Scadaboo and Dart.
Okay. Well, let's see here. I need the Texans. I'm verifying this. So, I'll explain after I verify this here. So we got the Texans. Got the Rams. We got the Bills. And
dude, I am actually legitimately scared of John Harbaugh coaching Scatterboo and Dart. That's deadly. If you ask me.
Let's see here. So she goes Broncos, so I leave Bills. Oh no, she took the Bills. I mean, I need to take the Broncos. So it's plus 813. I'm gonna put $2 on it to win like 19 bucks if it hits. So basically, this little girl picked every wild card game by just picking up a helmet and saying they win, and every single team she picked lost.
That's hilarious.
Every single one of them.
Is she blonde? Does she fit the dumb blonde stereotype?
It's a kid.
Oh, okay.
The little girl.
Oh, okay.
But she picked every loser. So I picked the teams that she picked against to be my parlay. If she goes imperfect again, I will end up getting like 20 bucks. But here we go, ready to roll in this second period here. Taking a look at the return of Mitch Marner.
In Vegas?
What?
Marner gets booed in Vegas? My gosh, how many Leafs fans are there?
There's enough of them. Over to the near side. It's going to be back into the Leafs end. Leafs going from left to right. The Knights from right, or Knights from left to right. The Leafs from right to left. And it's going to be icing on the Leafs. Oh, man. Oh, William Nylander will not return. That's potentially big. That could cause the Leafs to choke this. So we'll see. That does benefit me, though, because I do have Knives on fantasy. Now Matthew's going to win the draw in the Leafs end. Going to try and move it up.
Did you see Tristan Jarry's, goalie fail?
Yeah, I saw that. He just bashed his stick against it afterwards. He was steaming mad. Now the Leafs with the puck in their own end. Going to clear it out off of the stick there of Riley. And going to be icing on the Leafs. Okay.
And don't even get me started about this robo snub. It is so disrespectful. I will not. If USA loses the Olympics by 1 goal to Canada, I will be the first to say, well, if only you had robo.
Oh, here we go. False draw. Ugh. But let's see. Goal. That puck going to be moved out of the Leafs' end. Vegas taking it in their own end along that far side from Hannafin over to the near side. No White Cloud up on into the Leafs' end for the Knights. Moving it in down low into the corner. A big tie-up down low. Out of the Leafs' end. That puck going to be moved around the far side. And the Leafs going to come away with it. We got a penalty on the Leafs. 2 minutes for tripping. Going to the thin bin. Going to be Jake McCabe. All right. We shall see. And a minor for tripping. Go ahead and put that power play up for Vegas. Okay. So here we go. Gonna be one. The Leafs gonna try and clear it out of their own end. They will successfully. It's going to be Mitch Marner with the puck, working out of his own end, moving it up through center to the offensive side of the ice. And down low up to Stone, passing across, Hurdle, not able to do much, but Stone gets right back on it to the far side to Eichel. Jack Eichel looking for some help in the offensive end. Get up top of the zone, and the Knights clear themselves out of the end. Give chase. 7 goals in the last 6 games for the Knights power play. 1 goal tonight so far. That has been the one lone Knights goal on the power play. Now comes Marner up on into the offensive end. And offside. Yeah, a lot of Leafs fans here. They are out there booing him en masse. Man, Really? Here we go. Eichel going to move it into the offensive end for Dorofeev. Working along the boards, trying to move it up. Still tied up. Matthews in there as well. Hurdle. Round to Dorofeev. Trying to send it behind the net. He does. To Eichel. Eichel across in front. Now Stone. Puck going to go back over to the near side and gets cleared out of the Leafs end. All the way back in behind the net of Aiden Hill. On Aiden Hill bobblehead night. Now Marner. All the boos. Man, you can hear the Leafs fans on the TV. That's Marner. Down low over to Stone. Over to the far side to Eichel. Eichel working with that puck. Pass going to be deflected off the Leafs stick. Here comes a chance. 2-on-1. Going to turn to 2-on-2. Looking to move it around. A chance. A shot going to go wide. That shot there by Scott Lawton. Going to be moved out now by Stone to the near side. Into the offensive end. Eichel. Working down low up to the top of the zone. Off of the stick there now, over to Hurdle on that far side. 12 seconds to go on the power play. Back in behind Eichel, over to the far side at the top of the zone, going to get cleared out. Moving it now, going to be, that's off the stick of Shea Theodore. Working with it to the near side, punching it into the offensive end, penetrating the zone, but not able to control it. Now the Leafs going to take it out of their zone. Power play expires. Back over to the far side. The Leafs going to clear it out of their end. And trying to move it into the offensive side. Down low into the corner they go. But it would have been a delayed offside, so over to the near side comes Hanifin, moving it out of the Knights' end on a pass. Wing to wing, over to the near side again, into that offensive end, off the stick there of Bowman. Near side, battling down low behind the net, going to be involved in there, trying to move it around to the near side again. Still down low in that corner, going to go now to the far side. That's going to be taken on the far side, moving it around. That's going to be Reinhart, going to move it out into the neutral zone. Taken now over to the near side. Korzak into the defensive end. Passing across. Up on into the neutral ice. Side to the offensive end. Down to the corner on the near side. Top of the zone from Marner. Back up at the top. Over to Marner. Here comes the wave of boos. Pass is intercepted in the defensive end. And the Leafs are going to clear it out of their own end. All the way back out. No icing. Over to the near side. Going to be taken by Korzak. From behind his net. Looking for some room. Trying to see where he's going to go. Still 15 shots to 10, favoring the Leafs. And over to the top of the zone they go, into the offensive end, and going to be back into the corner over to that far side. To move it out of their end. And over to the near side, pass deflected up on into the netting. Oh my gosh, I just came up with an idea.
What?
I just came up with an idea. I can do something. I can do something, because I have a browser source for this up here. I can automatically pull shots on goal using that. I think I'm going to do that at the commercial break. I'm going to add shots on goal to this layout. Through that. That's my workaround. That's my workaround for shots on goal, since it's a bit tricky to automate. Here we go. Near side draw. Be taken by Mark Stone as Eichel gets the boot. Battling down low, that puck going to be moved out of the Leafs end by Toronto, poking it out into center ice. That far side now, the Leafs back in their own end. Moving around, back now over to the near side, going to be taken from Robertson, clearing it up, off some sticks. Going to be played there by Hill in the Kings, or the Knights end, not the Kings, oh my gosh. Over to the near side, the Kings going to clear it out of the end, but the Leafs going to try and clear it right back out. They do. Sorry, we were covering Kings Knights last night. That was a confusing game because they're both royalty. So into the offensive end, a shot going to go wide to the far side. And Domi not able to quite get a shot off and taken back by the Knights, trying to move it out of their end. They do from Stone to Eichel. Eichel into the offensive end, going to pass it across. Over to Stone, shot going to be deflected off the stick of the Leafs. Over to the near side, there's a lot of blue in that crowd, a lot of blue and white. Top of the zone, that's going to be Barbashev.
Fan base.
And over to the near side, into the corner. The Leafs going to try and clear it out of their zone. They will off the stick of McCabe. Up into the center ice area, taken back into the offensive end. Here comes your chance, Hurdle. Looking for some help. A quick shot going to go wide to the far side. Going to be taken out there. Uh-oh! We got the Longhorn into the offensive end. The Knights still with possession. Top of the zone. Moving it around. The shot gets deflected. Going for it is going to be Hurdle. Top of the zone. Sending it back down again. Around in front, shot, loose, deflected, he's going. That going to be Keegan Colasar, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
You heard that horn, didn't you?
You got it. I did. Is that automated?
Yeah, it's automated. I have it embedded in with my program that it'll play the goal horn corresponding to the team when they score a goal. So when the score increases, it plays the horn automatically.
Oh, okay.
It's awesome. It's awesome.
So if the Leafs score, the Leafs horn will go off.
Yep, we already heard that one 3 times tonight. So it's all automated, which is really cool. It's really cool, and I love it. It took about a couple hours of editing out the horns to just isolating the horns, because it's each team's horn. But that was so worth it.
Yeah, get some Stars games. Yeah, get some Stars games.
Over to the far side. That puck going to be taken back into the Leafs end, but cleared back out again. Up into the offensive end. He's going to be mano-a-mano, trying to pass it across up top. Shot! Going to go wide on that breakaway, or half breakaway chance was Michelli. Over to the near side, still battling wing to wing across to the far side, and the Knights going to move it out of their own end. Over to the far side, all the way down low. No icing over to that far side along the boards down low. Trying to battle for that puck in there, Mitch Marner alongside John Tavares, among others. It's a party in the far corner. And that puck going to be jarred loose by Riley Smith. Back in behind Smith. Over to the far side. Going to be taken back by the Leafs, and they're going to clear it out of their own end. Over to the far side, moving it in now, down low to the near side. A chase for that puck and a race for that puck. Going to come away from the Knights. Over to the far side, top of the zone. The Leafs keep it in the Knights' end with a chance. Going to be Morgan Riley across. Not even able to get a clean pass to Lawton, but still maintaining possession. Back in behind the net. Lawton to the top of the zone. Shot by Riley. Not going to go. Over to the far side, and the Knights going to move it out of their own end. But a center right turnover taken back by the Leafs into the offensive end. Morgan Riley moving it in past. Shot going to get deflected and gloved down by Aiden Hill. A nice little play there. Okay. Now let me go ahead and take a look at a couple of things here. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, it's playing the video. It's trying to play videos. I don't want you to play videos. I don't want you to play videos. Let me go ahead here and add a couple of news sources. Add a window capture. Well, the videos are copyright, that's why. Away SOG. That needs to be this one. Oh, shoot. That's not what I thought it was. Okay.
Mavs won.
What?
I was just saying the Mavericks finally win again.
Oh, yeah, they obliterated tonight. Let me go ahead over here, and if I open up the game
that's
center...
ironic. The Mavericks liberate the Mavericks and the Jazz versus and the Stars and the Mammoth.
Property.
That's funny.
Where is Chrome Ruddy XC? Where is my... Why can I not find it? Cancel. Let me just delete the source. We're gonna try to add this source. I want to add this source. I want to have a way to have shots on goal. Add a window capture. Add source. Away, SOG. I think this is the one. Yep. Let's crop this out. Okay, we crop that. There we go. So here we go. Over to the near side. Working with that puck comes the Knights. Trying to move it out of their own end. They do, but taking it back is going to be the Leafs. Into the offensive end they go. Down over to the far side. A bit of a race. Going to work with it is Philippe Myers. Over to the near side. Trying to connect there alongside Cohen. But a bit of a tie-up down low in that near corner. Get around. Over to that far side, the Knights with possession. Going to try and clear it out of the end this time. And they will over to the near side. Going to be taken back by Stone. Or not Stone, I'm sorry. That's going to be off of the stick of Korzak. Over to the near side to the offensive end. Taking it down low, but the Leafs going to get it back in their own end. Over to the far side, over to the near. Off of the stick and going into the neutral zone where the Knights get possession right back. Get out the other way. And why is the video still trying to play? So here we go, over into center ice area, moving it into the offensive end, a chase down low into the corner, go the Leafs. Austin Matthews not able to control it along the near side boards. Moving it up, out to the near side, it's going to be Eichel into the offensive end, passing shot, not going to go. Into that low corner, over to the near side still. The Leafs, though, with possession in their own end, going to try and clear it out, and now to the near side they do. Off of the stick there, off of McMahon, taking it back in behind the net, a tie up for that puck. Right in behind the net to the far side. Austin Matthews in there as well. Over to the near side and going to move it up all the way out. The Knights clear their own end, but it's going to be icing on the Knights. Okay. There we go. Hopefully it stops trying to play videos. I don't want it to play videos.
Are you watching my videos, bro? Watching my videos.
Oh, here we go. Brought over to the near side in the Vegas end. Going to be won by Toronto, sending it back in behind to the far side. Off of the stick now of going to be Michelli, top of the zone. On the far side boards, down to Michelli again. Pass across. Not able to connect. Up at the top of the zone, that's going to be Morgan Riley passing across, down low again. Over to the near side in front of the net, not able to get a clean shot off, and Vegas is able to clear that end. In their own end, Barbashev up on into the offensive end, looking for some help, not going to get it. Michelli now with a puck in his own end, going to pass it back. Down low, over to the near side now, Michelli, into the neutral zone he goes, up on into the offensive end, looking for some help to the far side. Shot by Morgan Riley, not going to go, not even on the deflection. Tavares still in the Knights end, working with that puck down low over to the near side. And moving that up all the way out. It's going to be Vegas icing.
They may have to dip here. Sadly.
All right.
Let
me go ahead
and chat.
Add a new one.
Because I am laying in bed and I am like legitimately about to go to sleep. I apologize.
All good.
Alright, chat. I will hopefully catch you guys very, very soon. Hopefully Sunday or Monday.
Oh, here we go. Top of the zone. Working with it. We'll see you later, PDF. A chance shot, not able to go. Over to the near side, over to the far again. Working with possession out to the top of the zone. Domi down low behind the net. Moving it up. A chance, not going to go, but Domi still top of the zone. Moving it now, down low off of the stick from Ekman Larson. Over to that far side. Still in the offensive end are the Leafs. Over to the top of the zone they go again. Keeping these same Knights, Ekman Larson now back across again. Over to that far side, down low. Shot can be deflected. Ekman Larson gets it again. Top of the zone, sent in by Michelli, not going to go. Still chance for the Leafs. Moving it around the far side, trying to move it up top. Working with that puck to the far side. They go back and across to Ekman Larson. Down low pass. Trying to still maintain possession. They do, but can't get a clean shot off. And the Knights are finally going to clear their own end. But it's going to be another Vegas icing. Don't mind me real quick. I am adding an automated shots on goal tracker. So don't mind me. I'm trying to automate shots on goal so that we have a shots on goal tracker. All right, so here we go. Back in behind the net, the Leafs trying to maintain possession in the offensive end. Not able to for now. And the Leafs are going to lose it at center ice, taken back by White Cloud and the Knights, dumping it into the offensive end. But another Vegas icing. Vegas really wants to see that puck frozen because all they know how to do is ice that puck. Man. Let's see here. We got that going now. That should be automatically. Oh, hello. That should now be automatically updating down below me. Fingers crossed. But here we go. Draw now in the offensive end of the Leafs. Down to that Knights end. With that now, face-off won by the Leafs. Top of the zone. 9:06 to go in the second. Down over on that far board. Michelli looking to find somewhere to go. Tied up, and now the Knights with a chance moving it up into the center ice area. Now they can dump if they want to, but they're not quite going to yet. Now going to send it into that far corner, and the Leafs trying to clear it out of their own end. Not able to. Over to that far side, trying to move it up. The Leafs finally able to clear it out of their own end, but the Knights still with possession. A bit of a tie-up now at the blue line. Puck jarred loose, and going to be taken back by the stick of Korzak. Working with that puck into the offensive end. They're going to send it, and it goes out into the crowd. So 8:32 here to go. Oh my gosh, that shot on goal is way too big for Vegas. There we go. So now we have automated shots on goal. Awesome. This is awesome. Now this is my dream setup here. We got some live updates from the game over there so you guys can see what I'm blabbering about in case I stumble. We got automated clock, automated goals, automated goal horns, and automated shots on goal down below me. Kind of a workaround way to get the automated shots on goal, but hey, it works, does it not? But if you guys are enjoying the content, man, drop a like and drop a sub. It's always appreciated. We're only 2 subs away from that minor goal. It'd be pretty sweet if we can make some progress on that tonight. Pretty cool, pretty swell if I do say so myself. All right, let's take a look around a couple of things. Let's take a look around the rest of the NHL. Let's take a look around the rest of the NHL. Let's see, the Flames still up 2-1 over the Blackhawks. 4:39 to go in regulation there. The Stars and Mammoth tied at 1. Mikko Rantanen getting a power play goal assisted by Wyatt Johnson and Jason Robertson. Going to tie it up at 1 with 16:16 to go in the third period there. The Isles and Oilers still tied at nothing in the third period. 11:52 to go in regulation on that one. And again, obviously 3-2 here, Leafs over the night with 8:32 to go in the second. All right, taking a look around the NBA because I know we do have some NBA fans up in here. We did have another game go final. The Mavericks whooping the Jazz 144-122. The Knicks and Warriors currently tied at 57 with 1:55 to go in the second. The Trailblazers up 50-49 over the Hawks with 1:36 to go in the second. And at the end of the first, the Lakers are up 39-30 over the Hornets. All right. Go the Ray Ferraro bobblehead from the Thrasher days in 2001. Oh, man. We shall see. We shall see here. So it's going to be a near side draw in the neutral zone. Going to get the boot is going to be Hurdle. Taking it now is going to be Kolasar. Face-off going to be won by the Leafs. To their own end, they're going to take it. Wing-to-wing pass. Trying to move it to the far side. They will. And up on into the offensive end, but we got an offside. A relatively clean second period after a lot of power. Nope, never mind. It's a penalty. Two-minute minor for hooking on number 48, going to be Hurdle. So Toronto going to have their first power play opportunity of the night. Go ahead and put that power play up there for Toronto. That's Vegas. That's Toronto. So yeah, Thomas Hurdle getting 2 for hooking. So an offensive zone draw here. You got Nyes, Michelli, Matthews, Tavares, and Riley out there for the Leafs. Eichel, Stone, Theodore, and Lazon out there for the Knights. On the near side, Tavares is going to take the draw here. Since December 23rd, the Leafs have been 7 for 25 for 28% on the power play. 9th in the NHL. And over to the near side, won by the Knights in their own end. Going to move it up to the top of the zone, but Austin Matthews with possession, flipping it down, and cleared out by the Knights. Back in behind the net now of the goalie Wall. Over to the far side, going to be taken there by number 44, Morgan Riley. Neutral zone to the near side, down low, Michelli. Into the offensive end, they're going to take it across, racing down low for that puck. A bit of a tie-up in the corner. Matthews getting in there. The Knights end up coming away with it. Going to take a little bit of time to control it and then clear it out. But actually, here comes a chance, a 2-on-1 to the zone. A shot. No, never mind. Morgan Riley, an incredible defensive effort to poke that puck away. Over to Michelli into the offensive end. Michelli's shot. Not going to go off the blocker pad. Now moving it up now. Matthews, top of the zone to Riley. Pass to Matthews. Shot. Not going to go. Over to the near side now. Going to be Michelli. And Michelli passing behind to Nye. Nye over to the top of the zone. Matthews down over to Nye. Back over to Tavares. Back over to Matthews. Matthews looking for some help. Trying to move it up top. Over to Morgan Riley. Riley down to Matthews. Matthews over to Nye. Nye to Michelli. Shot. He's gone. Let's replay that for the Toronto Maple Leafs. All right. That is going to be on the power play. Okay. Let me see here. Okay. So here we go. So here we go. With that puck into the Knights' end. The Knights going to take it. Working it around in front of the net. Chance shot by Leafs. Not going to go. Ekman Larson at the top of the zone. Going to send it down into the near side. Back in. Shot. Going to go off a couple bodies. And the Knights cleared out of their own end. Bring it up now. Taken back in the neutral ice by the Leafs up into the offensive end. Over to the near side. Working with that top of the zone. Loose puck. All the way down into the offensive end. Going to be played by the goalie. Loose puck. Maintained by the Knights. A beautiful chance, but they could not control it on that near side. That would have been Dorofeev. Back in behind the net. Taken by the Leafs in their own zone. Ekman Larson with the puck. Over to the far side. Still tied up now. Back over to the near. And going to flip it up, but maintained in that zone there by the Knights. Down low. Dorofeev back in behind the net. Looking for some help. Up to the far side. Circling around the zone once. Over now to Marner. And down low to the near side. A chance going to be deflected. Now Marner. Here come the wave of booze. Passing in front. Not going to go to the far side. Dorofeev. Dorofeev up to the top of the zone. Still in that offensive end. Over to the near side. Shot. Not going to go by Shea Theodore. Over to the near side. Top of the zone. Going to be back again. Working with it now. Up to the top of the zone. Marner. Here come the wave of booze. Over to the far side again. Going to be Shea Theodore. Pass. Shot. And going to be loose. And cleared out by the Leafs. A beautiful clearing effort by the Leafs. Shea Theodore having to just reluctantly flip it back as we got a whistle. All right. So we shall see here. 5:46 to go here in the second period. All right. The Leafs now maintaining a 2-goal lead. Take a look on X. We got a proposal in the Berg. The Fort Pitt Bridge to be renamed after Franco Harris. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know how I feel about it. Oh, man. Taking a look as we have some time on X. Okay. Starting tonight, Patricia Jari has a new stick. What a surprise! Jari has a new stick after he bashed his old one against the post. Oh my gosh. Oh man. We shall see. We shall see. Taking a look as we have some time on X. Because, well, we got to see. We got to see what we've got. Taking a look at that Dallas Stars goal to tie it up at 1. Whoa, John Marino retaking the lead there for the Utah Mammoth, 2-1. Wow. Wow. Oh my gosh, brother. I got 27.5 points today. Morgan Riley at 2.3. Kyle Sergachev, 1.7. Bouchard, 1.1. Guys, 1.6. Top of the zone over to the near side. The Knights going to clear it out of their own end. Moving it all the way out. He played there and frozen by Wall with 5:36 to go in the period. New Jersey, Edmonton, still nothing. Are you freaking kidding? This is reminding me of that one Vegas versus Edmonton game in the playoffs last year that I watched painfully. It was like nothing. I think to a shootout or something like that. It was crazy, bro. It was crazy. But here we go. Down low, the Leafs in their own end. Going to move it to the far side. Domi trying to move it around over that far side. Gets cleared out of the zone. Knight's going to give chase. And down over to the near side. Shea Theodore moving it around to the near side. Eichel now with the puck. Eichel going to move it up through center into the offensive end. Off the stick of Stone. Down low. Stone pass across. Not able to get a clean shot and score. Over to that far side. Moving it around in the corner down low to the near side. Going to be moved out of the Leafs end by Toronto. And never mind. Puck goes out of play. All right. But we shall see. We shall see. All right. Man, Stone trying to go to barbershop, but Stetcher with a nice defensive play there to break that up. But down low, the Knights still with a chance in the offensive end. Top of the zone now, working with it. Cross from White Cloud down to the far side. Top of the zone again, down low. Knights still maintaining a zone presence in that offensive end for now. Leafs taking it back, go out of their own end to the near side, going to move it. Working it around now, back in behind the net to the far side they go. The Leafs going to clear it out of their own end along the boards, all the way down low, racing for that puck. Going to be played there by Hannafin. Over to the far side. The Knights going to move it out into the neutral zone. Up through center they go, off the stick of Holt. Down low, another race for that puck in the Leafs end. Far side, moving it up. The Knights have 2 multi-goal comebacks during a 5-game win streak. So we'll see what happens. Robertson to the near side, racing down low, moving it up. Oh, and going to be back into the center ice area, into the Leafs offensive end. Toronto going to take it away. That's going to be Tavares trying to move it around, trying to find somewhere to go. Now back to Tavares again. Top of the zone. Sent down in on a shot. Going to go wide off some bodies. And the Knights are going to clear their own end. Moving it up into the offensive zone they go. Down low. Ekman Larson trying to get to that puck. Over to that far side. Moving it along the board. The Leafs trying to clear it out. But the Knights still making a presence for now. But Shelley now with that puck. Going to pass it across. Going to be intercepted by Hurdle and the Knights. In the neutral zone. Moving it up the other way into the offensive end. Trying to find some help. That's going to be Bowman down low. And I send it around to the far side. Still top of the zone. Softly. Now down low. Puck around the board to the near side. Still in the Leafs end. And the Leafs are going to clear it out of their own zone. All the way back in. And it's going to be Toronto icing. Okay. We will see. We will see. So, far side draw in the Leafs end. 3:15 to go in the second. Ready to roll. Far side circle. Going to be won by the Leafs. Going to clear it out of their own end. It was won by Tavares. But it's going to be another Toronto icing. Toronto's doing what Vegas did in the first period and just loving that puck nice and frozen. Okay. So we shall see here. We are rolling with 3:09 to go in the period. If you guys are enjoying the game or enjoying the coverage, let me know by dropping a like and subscribing to the channel up there. We are on the road to 650 subscribers. But here we go. The Leafs moving out of their own end. Here comes your 3-on-3 chance shot. Going to be deflected there by the stick of Hill. Over to the far side in the Vegas end. And the Knights going to clear their own end. Moving it up to the near side. That's Marner. And passing across. Not able to get a clean shot off. And the Toronto Maple Leafs going to move it out of their own end into the offensive end. Passing across. Gets deflected off a couple sticks. Down over to the near side. Moving it up into the neutral zone, and the Leafs are going to take it back out of their own defensive end. Over to the far side, moving it up into the offensive end. A chance, not able to move it to the far side. They go down around to the near. That puck around, down low still. And over to the far side, going to move it around. Back in behind the net they go again. The Leafs not able to generate a quality opportunity here. Over to the top of the zone, working with it. The Leafs to maintain that zone presence. Down low, going to be Easton Cohen. But the Knights taking that puck out, taken back by Morgan Riley into the offensive end. And going to be sent back into the zone, keeping his own presence. A chance right in front. Shot! Not able to get a good shot off there, Buzz Cohen. But the Leafs going to maintain possession with 1:48 to go in the period. Down low to the near side. Ekman Larson passing across. Up at the top of the zone now again. That's going to be now to the near side. Ekman Larson. And down low. That's going to be Austin Matthews trying to find some help. A lot of pressure there by the Knights. And that puck going to be moved up. Kept in there by Morgan Riley. Down in behind the net. Domi going to get there first. Around the far side boards to the near side. Going to be maintained. And a down low for the defenseman Riley. Across again. Here comes your opportunity. Again down low. Looking to move it. Shot going to get deflected off a glove and goes wide. Over to that far side, or near side, sorry, into the corner down low. Moving it up, top of the zone, off of the stick there of McCabe. And now we're at a minute to go in the period. 58 seconds of prolonged zone time for the Leafs. And they're going to finally clear it out of the Knights' end. 55 seconds over to the near side, but still not able to change. Now the Knights going to move it up through center into the offensive end. They're going to move it. 46 to go in the period. Down low is Eichel going to lose possession, and then now it's going to be the Leafs to the near side corner. Racing for it going to be McMahon, moving it up out of his own end and going to punch it all the way back, but going to be taken there by Hannafin with 32 to go in the period. Get up now into the offensive end. Going to dump it into the corner over to that far side. They're going to move it. 25 to go in the period. Over to the near side. 20 to go now in the second. Kept in by White Cloud. And still kept in by White Cloud. Toronto not able to clear their own end. But here comes your chance with 10 to go in the period. Going to move it up through center into the offensive end. He's going to dump it. 6, 5, 4, 3 to go. 2, 1. And that is how this second period is going to come to a close with a score. The Toronto Maple Leafs 4. The Vegas Golden Knights 2. Shots on goal is not right. That is not updating. That is not updating. So let me go ahead and make sure. I need to keep something. Let me see here. How can I do this? That. If I do that, is that going to cause it to automatically update? You will see in the next period. And now ESPN is messing with me again. Okay. There we go. Still trying to figure out the best way to go about this, but I think I have a plan. Okay. We will see. Let's see here. I'll look around the league real quick. And the Islanders finally breaking the stalemate with Edmonton, going up 1-0 on an Anthony Duclair power play goal assisted by Richie and Barzal. And then I'll go again. No other score updates from the Stars. Mammoth still up 2-1. Finally, yeah, finally. Oh my gosh. So let's see. Let us see. So again, just taking a look here. See if we got any other news on X here. Apparently, Steelers players were breaking down when they found out that Tomlin was going to be retiring. It is looking more like a potential retirement as opposed to a stepping away. Well, the Steelers requesting a head coaching interview with the Niners offensive coordinator, Clay Kubiak. Woo! I'm not opposed to that idea. I am not opposed to that idea. All right. Let's see. I heard all assistant coaches for the Steelers. So the Steelers assistant coaches were not fired per se, but they were told that their contracts are going to be null and void unless the new coach wants them. Which is an absolute shame for Danny Smith. Because brother was a legend. The wad, just big old mouthful of gum, always in there with his players. That is a shame for Danny Smith. Oh, man. But yeah, let us see. We will see. Yeah, just taking a look as we have some time here. We will see. Just taking a look on X. We have some time here. Right now, I'm trying to give my voice a little bit of a rest. Yeah, that throat is really kind of killing me here a little bit. Whoa! Wow! The Bears could be playing in Indiana. Wow! I don't know if it's from cheering the Pens, man. Like, it's been hurting the past 2 days. I don't know why. Like, I woke up yesterday and had a bit of a sore throat. And, like, it's been still battling me. I don't feel sick. But I can definitely feel it hurting me. But, yeah. According to Ian Rappaport, that is Indiana State Bill 27, introduced this evening, with the help of Majority Floor Leader Senator Chris Garton, establishing the funding mechanism for the Stadium Authority to build a future home for the Bears. So the Bears might be moving to Indiana. Wow. I hope Danny Smith ain't going anywhere, bro. Danny Smith is out there working, lifting weights in the locker room with his guys. That's crazy. That's crazy. Okay. I was taking a look on X. We have a little bit of time. All right. Let me take a look. How are we doing? How are we feeling? See. Let us see. So I will be actually right back. I'm going to take advantage of the intermission. I'm going to run and use the bathroom. So I will be right back. I'll be back. Are back. How we doing? How we feeling, everybody? Let me go ahead and pull this back over here. All right. Doing a little chill now. Jersey coming back on. Okay. There we go. There we go. Beautiful. They're back here in the Jersey as they are still the intermission report. Taking a look at the game on February 1st between the Bruins and the Lightning. Going to be a good one for the Stadium Series. Okay. Look at Bruins Lightning again. That's going to be a good one on the 1st of February. Constantino Chara with his number retired tonight. And let's see if we got any other news on X. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, just taking a look again as we have time on X. Chicago Bears statement on the stadium legislation in Indiana. Here's some news from the Bears. Legislation presented by the state of Indiana is a significant milestone in our discussions around a potential stadium development in the Chicagoland's northwestern Indiana region. We appreciate the leadership and responsiveness of Governor Braun and Indiana lawmakers in advancing a framework that allows these conversations to move forward productively. Wow. All right. It is official there. It is official. The Isles did win. I want to see if I can find something here. Oh. Oh. Okay. Let us see. Five Maple Leafs are doing this good tonight when they lost so badly. Yeah, but again, they also didn't they? I know they went to overtime, but didn't they beat the Colorado Avalanche? They beat the Avalanche on Monday. If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, they beat them in overtime on Monday. So, is it really surprising? I mean, it's the Leafs. The Leafs are like a box of chocolate. You never know what's inside. You know? Let me go ahead and real quick and enter some NHL scores from tonight. Because then I can make sure that everything is all situated for the Discord server. I do like to keep track of all that stuff. I have to manually update it, which I do willingly. I do it lovingly. It's just a matter of doing it. Penguins winning 6-3. Let's see. 3-2-5. Bracken, that was 4. All right, man, these are all out of whack. Boston, 1 boss, +2 points. Colin Buff. Nope, wrong Buffalo. Colin Buff. Wrong Buffalo. Colin Buff, +2 points. Colin Pitt, +2 points. San Jose and Columbus, those are 2 odd ones out. So that is 3-2. And 1-4. Getting these updated here. On SJS +2. Oh. 2 points. On CBJ +2 points. Oh man, that Jets game was incredible. 6-2. And 3-1 Flames over the Blackhawks. So that's going to be WPG +2 points. On CGY +2 points. 1-0. Isles getting 2 points. Colon NYI +2 points. That's New York Giants. I need New York Islanders. I love Discord. Okay. We are back here, ready to roll into this third period of play, I believe. Yep, here we are, ready to roll in this third period. Okay. So, taking a look here at what we've got going into this period. So, we'll see. They roll in this third period of action. The Knights taking the ice. Ready to rumble. The Leafs doing everything they need to do. Again, just filling out everything they need to do. Being able to play some strong defense when they need to, playing some solid offense, getting it done at both ends of the ice, being able to keep Vegas out of their end. They did a lot of that late in the second period. So, and defensively, taking away opportunities defensively, that's all you got to do. I mean, they're doing everything they need to do. So, not really too much to say apart from the fact that Toronto was dominant in this one. But we shall see. We got 10 votes in that poll over there in the chat, and we are splitting 50-50 between these two teams. Here we go. Center ice draw. And that face-off going to be won. Believe anything can happen? Oh, fair enough. I mean, it's only a 2-goal lead. The 2-goal lead is the most dangerous lead in hockey. So back down low, over to the near side, working with that puck. And trust me, I'm a Pens fan. I've seen it all. So over to the far side, back down low again to the near side. The Leafs out of their own end, trying to punch it out, but going to be kept in by the Knights. Now going to get cleared out by the Leafs. And the Leafs have a chance into the offensive end, but it's 1-on-3. Not really many places to go with that puck. Over to the near side, they go. Moving it along the boards, passing across, and the Knights move it out of the end into the offensive end. They're going to dump it back in behind the net there of Wall. Over to the far side. Moving it out, the Leafs going to be back in behind the net to the near side. Over there for Stetcher. Moving it up through center, off of the stick there into the offensive end. Comes Austin Matthews. Passing across, back up to Matthews. Back down low in the offensive end to the near side. Going to get there is McMahon. Bobby McMahon not able to maintain it. And the Knights take it out of their end to the offensive end. Here comes Eichel with a chance. Passing, cross shot. Not able to make it to the net. A great defensive job by the Leafs to take away the opportunity. Bring it now to the offensive end. The Leafs go. Austin Matthews to the near side. Pass it wing to wing in that offensive end. Shot going to go wide. Over to the near side. Still down low. Passing across. Shot going to go out to the outside again. And back in behind the net to the near side they go. Battling for that possession. Going to get cleared up and all the way out. No icing, but Ekman Larson going to get there behind the net. Over to that far side. They're dumping up through center to the offensive end off the couple sticks. And it did not go off some sticks. They're going to call icing on the Leafs. Man, but Hill's mask is incredible, bro. It's like a dragon that's like through his face. It is incredible. I love that mask, bro. I love it. Okay. So we'll see. Over to the near side through center. And into the offensive end go the Leafs. Down to the corner to the far side. The Knights moving out of their end for now. They will. Through center into the offensive end. Off of the stick there. In the area down low. That was off of the stick of number 55, Kolasar. And we got a penalty coming up. Get a high sticking. Seeing if there's any blood there. No blood, it looks like. So, Vegas on the power play. Oh, that turns it over to power play. I didn't realize that. I did not realize that, but Easton and Cohen going to the sin bin. Okay. I'll go over to the top of the zone. Mitch Marner, shot going to go wide. Redirected, he scores! The Vegas Golden Knights getting a power play goal. We got to replay that goal here. I don't know why it didn't start playing it, but right on in there. A big, beautiful goal for the Vegas Golden Knights to take the lead, or to not take the lead, but make it a one-goal game, which might as well be a tie game. The one-goal lead is a no-goal lead. Man. And the Knights have a super long goal horn. A super long goal horn. Oh, here we go. And a right draw going to be won by the Leafs, taking it back into their defensive end. Working with it now through center, going to be back down into their own end. Working with it wing to wing from Stetcher. Over to the far side boards. Moving it up. And it's going to be icing on the Leafs. And they've had 2 multi-goal comebacks during the 5-game win streak for the Knights. So is this going to be the 3rd in a 6-game win streak? Ooh, that would be pretty sweet. That'd be pretty sweet if I do say so myself. All right. So we shall see here. Over to the near side, the Leafs moving it out. We got at least ain't Leafs all day. Well, hey, it's been all Leafs so far. And a chance, a shot, and a nice save by Hill. I mean, it has been Leafs domination. The Knights have just been opportunistic. They have been purely opportunistic today. That's, what is that? Just 2 power play goals, but still, 2 power play goals. You had 1 even strength goal for Vegas. So really, all Toronto needs to do the rest of this game is stay out of the sin bin. They do that, they'll be fine. Heckle Marner, well, hey, we'll see. Moving it up. Marner been getting booed all night, but we got a puck played with a high stick. Marner been getting booed all night tonight by the fans of the Leafs here in Vegas. They are loud. They are being super loud on this one. The nice thing is, I don't really have a horse in this race, but I would prefer Vegas just because they're a Western Conference team for the Pens to get some clearance, but I don't mind it if the Leafs win. And just got to win more games. But over to the near side, the Leafs in the offensive end, if they can get possession, they will not. Going to be flipped out by the Knights, taking it out of their own end, wing to wing in the neutral zone into the offensive end. They're going to send it back in behind the net, over into the near corner in the Leafs end. The Knights try to take that puck away and up to the top of the zone, keeping it in, back in behind the net, a wall to the far side. Going to be taken by McMahon over to the near side, back in behind the net. That's going to be now working with that puck over to the far side. Going to move it up and clear it out of the zone. Trying to connect, but the Knights going to intercept it in the neutral zone. But the Leafs take it right back into the offensive end. Passing across, a chance, a shot. Denied. Going to go wide. Over to the far side. Back across to the near, down low. Mitch Marner with that puck. Going to move it up over to the near side. Into the offensive end. Dorofeyev looking for some help. Taken back by the Leafs. Over to the far side. Into the offensive end. A shot. Not going to go. Over to the near side, battling with that puck, going to get cleared all the way out, back in behind the net, a wall. With that puck going to be number 25, Brandon Carlo. Over to the near side, flipping it up. The Leafs up on into the Knights' end. Right in front of the net, dangerous area, taken over to the near side by the Knights to clear the zone. Moving it into the offensive end, not going to get much help. And a tie-up area behind the net to the near side corner down low. The Leafs still in possession, McMahon. Passing it across up into the neutral zone to the offensive end they go. Get back in the area behind the net of Hill. In the Knights' end, the Knights get possession back. Going to move it out of that zone over to the near side. Puck goes loose. Going to be flipped into the offensive end there by Hannafin. Going back in behind the net, though. Going to be taken by Stetcher. Over to the far side. Moving it up. The neutral zone. Loose puck taken by the Knights. Working with it up through center now into the offensive end. Going to take a shot. Going to be loose over to the near side. Almost frozen, but going to be deflected to the near side along the boards. And that puck around over to that far side again. And going to send it around down low. Back in behind the net over to the near side. Along the boards, the Leafs now going to have a chance to move it out of their end. They do up through center to the offensive end. Passing down low, a chance deflected across. Still having a chance in front of the net. Still loose. A shot. Could not punch it in. What a save by Hill to keep the Knights in this one. And that puck is going to be a race for the puck, and it's going to be Vegas icing. All right. We shall see. But if you guys are enjoying the content, drop a like, sub to the channel. Always appreciate it. We are only 2 subs away from this next minor goal, so it'll be pretty sweet if we could do it. But we will see. Taking a look back at some of the highlights so far. And here we go. Near side draw. And going to be in the Vegas end. Going to be moved out by Vegas. And far side still in the zone. Going to get cleared out now up at center ice. And the Leafs going to take it out from their own end. Into the area to the near side in the neutral zone. Up into the offensive end they go. Down low. A chance, a shot denied by Hill. And going to be taken out now by the Knights up through center into the offensive end. Looking for somewhere to go to the near side. A chance deflected. Not going to go. Over to the top of the zone. Shot. And going to go up into the netting. Wow. A big shot. Not going to go. All right. Go ahead and update something real quick here. As they are having an equipment malfunction there for the mask of Wall as the puck went right off his mask. Okay. Trying to fix the strap buckles. And we'll see. Oh, here we go. And looking at the Seattle Kraken, they lost tonight to Boston. There we go. Wall back in net. Late night stream here. Yes, sir, Tromboner. Covering the full game, bro. Covering the full game. And just you watch out, Tromboner. We're going to have a new series of videos coming out pretty soon, which is going to be a Blank Fan Reacts. More tailored to Pittsburgh news and Pittsburgh events. Because people have come for the reactions, but a loose in front of the net. And back in behind the net, they go to the far side. Dorofeyev up to the top of the zone. Going to be to Korzak over to the near side. Still in the Leafs end with that puck. Down low. And around the corner to the near side. Going to move out by the Leafs. But yeah, I'm going to try a chance to break away. Nice deflection there by Hill. Over to the far side. Still loose in the Vegas end. Taken by the Leafs. Over on that far side is Nicholas Robertson. Back over to the near side. Going to be taken back by the Knights from their own end. Off the stick of Korzak. Came down a little bit. Going to move it along the far side. But yeah, I'm going to try to do a, I have a Pens fan reaction tonight. I'm going to record and a shot driving the net, not able to go to that far side. So still going to be tied up along that corner to the far side in the Leafs end at the top. Going to send it back down low over to that far side, backing around to the near. If they can get possession in there is going to be Kolasar. In front of the net to the far side again, and the Knights still going to maintain possession in front. Kolasar sending it around the near side. To get to it is going to be Hannafin. Over to the far side, going to be Hurdle now with that puck. And going to be taken back by the Leafs in their own end, trying to move it out, and they will force the puck to get cleared. Giving chase is going to be Hanifin back in behind his own net. A full clear going to allow for a line change for the Leafs if they so choose to. And over to the center ice area, moving it up and dumping it into the offensive end they go. Going to be deflected by Wall over to the near side. Get up from the Leafs end. Here comes Toronto sending it in. And the Knights going to take it back from their own end. We're seeing a lot of end-to-end action here. Not a lot of chances being generated. That's what this kind of play is going to benefit Toronto, because end-to-end action, when you have the lead, that benefits you. Here we go. The Knights going to send it in, back in behind the net. Wall going to play it over to the near side. Going to connect there with Philippe Myers. That puck over to the far side. Over to the near side now. Philippe Myers. Up to the near side, into the offensive end. They're going to send it, and back in behind the net. High up for that puck, down low in the corner in the Knights end. Over to the far side, back and across the near. Loose puck maintained by the Leafs. Shot not going to go. Over to the far side, going to be taken by the Knights up through center into the offensive end if they can get it there. Eichel looking for some help to flip it in, but the Leafs take it back out of their own end. Over to the near side, and it's going to be Leafs. No icing. Okay, no, it is icing. I was about to say, I didn't hear the whistle. That looked like an icing to me. Yeah, I'm going to be working on a Penguins fan reaction to the game against the Flyers tonight. And then I'm also going to have a Steelers fan reaction to the 2025 NFL season as well. So be on the lookout for those videos coming out in the coming days. I'm going to be recording those actually after this stream tonight. But Carlo went down the tunnel for the Leafs. Hopefully he'll be all right. Now a face-off in the Leafs' end, going to be won by the Leafs over to the near side. Trying to clear it out, they do. Off a couple of sticks. And it's actually going to be another Toronto icing. Oh, 11:33 to go here. Taking a look at the upcoming NHL schedule. Again, Friday, San Jose at Detroit. Monday, we'll be live for the Sabres at the Carolina Hurricanes, and then we'll also be live for the National Championship and the Penguins game at 5 p.m. that day. But here we go. Hurdle going to take the draw here against Austin Matthews in the Leafs end on the near side circle. 11:33 to go in the period. Face-off won by the Leafs. Back into the near side. Going to flip it up. Maintained in the zone for now. Along the near side off a Hurdle. Down low. And going to be moved out from Myers across ice. And going to flip it out of the zone. The Leafs are going to move it out of their end. And into the offensive end, they're going to send it where the Knights will take it back over to the near side. That's going to be off of the stick of Dorofeev. Up to the far side of the offensive end where the Leafs take over and clear it right back out. Up on through center to the offensive end. A 2-on-1 chance. Passing across. He shoots. He's goal! The Toronto Maple Leafs are going to make this a 5-3 affair with 11:02 to go in the third. This is a huge goal in this third period. Going to do a lot to almost put this game away. Wow. That is going to do a lot to put this game away. Vegas is going to need to generate opportunities quick. But I don't know if they're going to go on another couple power plays. Wow. Oh, neutral zone, or center ice draw, going to be won by the Leafs, sending it into the Knights' end, over to the near side. Going to flip it up, and all the way out. Back in behind the net. Still battling for that puck in the low corner in the Leafs' end. Around the far side, going to be in there is going to be Morgan Riley. Going to move it up, wing to wing. Over to the far side, and goes off a body, up on into the Knights' end. Leafs going to go for a change. Taken now by Hanifin with that puck. Up through center into the Leafs end, trying to find some help. Passing down low, going to connect with Riley Smith to the far side. Back in around that far side corner, going to lose control. And the Leafs going to get it cleared out of the zone, but the Knights take it right back to Hanifin. Up into that offensive end, going to move it around into the area in front of the net. Taken back by the Leafs. And we got a puck played with a high stick. Purple and Mazov, well, we'll see. We will see here. Man. But yeah. You'll see that actually helps me because Matthew Nyes is involved in that goal as well. So that does help me. I put at Charlie McAvoy and Matvey Michkov really carrying his team tonight alongside John Tavares. Ferris, but he only got 14.9 points today so far. I got 29.7. Even now, Nyes getting involved. Kiki had 2.1. It's a shame I didn't start him over some other players. You know, like mayhaps Mark Stone. You know, but other than that, I can't really find anyone else that I should have started him over. Maybe Juraj Slafkovsky, but still. Still a pretty solid game. Nyes going to have his second helper of the night on that goal. Taking a look on X, we have some time. Okay. We will see. All right, just taking a look on X, we have some time. Whoa! Oh my gosh. So we are back here, ready to roll. Look here. As we have some time, we're just taking a look as we are back in Vegas, ready to roll. All right. Oh, here we go. Near side draw in the Leafs end, going to be won by the Leafs. Back in behind the net they go, over to the far side. Oh man, Golden State playing dirty. That's not very good. Over to the far side, the Leafs gonna move, or the Knights gonna move it out of their end. Back into their end they go. Over to the near side from Korzak into the offensive end. Eichel with a pass, shot, denied. Nice save by Wall, but still loose in the area in front of that. He scores! What a goal for the Knights! Mark Stone punching it in! And we got ourselves a game. 9:46 to go here. The Knights making a one-goal game again. Wow. How did that go in? It was still loose, wrapped around. Wow. That is crazy, bro. That is crazy. What a goal by the Knights. Oh, the Penguin jersey. Oh, thank you, William. Thank you. I actually just got this in a couple days ago. It came in on Tuesday. Just in time for the Pens game on Tuesday against the Lightning. But yeah, I've been waiting a couple months to get one. I wanted to see what happened with Christmas. I didn't know what was going to happen, with that. But, finally got it. Finally arrived. And I'm going to be using this later to record a Penguins fans reaction to the Penguins versus the Flyers game tonight. Should be a fun one to record because the Pens absolutely pants the Flyers tonight, baby. Let's freaking go. Here we go. Over to the far side. The Leafs into the Knights end. Going to be taken back by Vegas. Wing to wing. Up into the neutral zone to the offensive end goes Hannafin. Looking to pass it across with momentum down low to the far side. Moving it around again down low. The Leafs with possession. Going to try and flip it out of their end. And they will. Over to the near side. That's awesome. Oh, man. It's I've been waiting so long for this. And this jersey feels nice. I also didn't realize they have a fight strap on the Fanatics premium jerseys. They got a fight strap on them. But I got, I got a freaking fight strap here, bro. Here we go. The Knights moving it out of their own end into the offensive end. They're going to dump it back in behind the net of Wall. Taken back by the Leafs off of the stick of Michelli. Tied up into that corner, down into that far side. A danger area taken back by the Leafs. A Penguin tail. But into the offensive end. The Leafs trying to maintain possession down low to that far side. And around in front, trying to wrap it around. Up front, not going to go. Mitch Marner going to get to that puck. Going to flip it down and into the defensive end. The Knights going to flip it out of their zone to the near side. Working it up is going to be Dorofeev. Flipping it into the offensive end, giving chase down low to the near side. Going to get to it is going to be Troy Stetcher. Flipping it up if they can along the boards. And the Knights able to keep it in. Hannafin down low, sending it around that corner. But the Leafs going to try and move it out now. They will flip it out of the zone successfully this time, and a race for that puck is ensuing. Going to be White Cloud getting to it first for the Knights. Moving it up the near side, dumping in by Hannafin. Over to the far side they go. And a battle for that puck into that far corner, taken by the Leafs to the near side, out of their own end, but the Knights taking it away, aggressively taking it away, but the Leafs end up moving it out of the zone successfully. Down to the far side to the near, and it's going to be loose. Going to be maintained over to the near side by the Knights. Going to come away with it, and up through center, off of the stick of Barbashev. Into the offensive end, down low. No penalties down low. The fans want a tripping. They're not going to get it. Over to the near side. Arm stays down. Over to the far. The Leafs out of their own end, going to try to move that puck. Flipping it out. Fans are not happy about that, but over to the near side. Eichel into the offensive end, looking for some help. Wing to wing, up into the center ice area of the offensive end, taken back by the Leafs. Over to the far side, up through the offensive end, and down low goes a chase into that far corner. 9 goals by 8 different players tonight in this game. Just incredible. As here comes the Knights into the offensive end. A shot going to go wide to the near side. Top of the zone maintained there by Hurdle. Down low. Trying to connect. And a bit of a tie-up for that puck. Hurdle going to move around the far side. Shot in front. Chance. Still loose. Oh, what a save by Wall. But that puck is still loose to the near side, to the far side. Behind the net they go. Over to that far side. Going to be maintained by the Knights at the top of the offensive end. Passing over to the near side. A chance. Hannafin looking for somewhere to go. Passes around to the far side to the top of the zone. Maintained for now by the Knights. And it's going to be off the stick of Riley Smith. Down low. Moving it around the boards. Tied up in the corner. And the Leafs come away with it to the near side. And now they are going to flip it out of the zone high. But the Knights will get possession back in the neutral zone. Get up to the offensive end. Riley Smith trying to move it around. Going to send it across to the top of the zone. Intercepted by the Leafs. Never mind. Taken back by the Knights. Shot. Not going to go on the one-timer to the far side. Still tied up along the boards. And around now, the Leafs going to flip it out of the zone, and it looks like they are not. No, they are going to beat the icing. No icing on that play. Over to the far side, the Leafs going to lose possession, taken by the Knights back in behind the net. Out to the near side. PDF join up again? No, he didn't. I thought I heard him say something, but no, he didn't. Over to the far side they go, back across. Here, and it's going to be offside by the Golden Knights. All right, 5:29 to go here in this third period. 5-4, Toronto has the lead. But if you guys are enjoying the stream, enjoying the coverage, any of that fun jazz, drop a like and sub, man. We are 1 or 2 subs away from that next minor goal. It'd be pretty cool if we can make some progress towards that tonight. I think we can. I think we just might be able to. But taking a look on X, we have a little bit of time here because we don't really have anything else. Actually, real quick, NBA. So, fourth quarter, the Warriors up 191 over the Knicks, 10:45 to go in the fourth. The 6:12 to go in the fourth. The Trailblazers up 103-93 over the Hawks, and the Charlotte Hornets up 90-83 over the Lakers. 5:02 left in the third on that one. All right. Let us see. Take a look at some of the news on X. We have some time. Okay. Yeah, we shall see. Just taking a look if we got any news over there. Oh, man. We will see. Got any other news to share? We did have some news about the Chicago Bears' new stadium development, potentially moving to Indiana. Oh, man. We are back here in Vegas. We will see what we got in store We shall see. We shall see. Leafs still with the lead, but the Knights are doing everything they can to stay alive in this game. The final 5:29 of regulation. We could be seeing another overtime game between the Golden Knights. Oh, here we go. Eichel going to take the draw at center ice. And over to the far side. Going to be taken by the Knights through zone into the offensive end. And Eichel going to leave it back up top to the near side. Chance shot. And goes out of play. A nice chance. They're not able to convert it, though. So 5:19 to go. Now we're going to have another draw. Okay. But how are we feeling about the new addition up here with this little ice tracker? Oh, here we go. Far side draw in the Leafs zone. Won by the Leafs. Back in behind the net. Trying to hit Stetcher. Move it up to the far side. They'll clear it up. But it's going to be Toronto icing. Oh, man. Let's see. Let us see. Taking a look. And let's see. Round that puck getting cleared all the way out again. And we got yet another Leafs icing. He's just icing that puck. Man. We shall see. We shall see. So, the Knights into the offensive end, and puck goes out of play now. Another stoppage. Okay. But we shall see. Oh, over to the far side in the Leafs end. The Leafs win the draw. Going to move it out the other way, and they're going to flip it into the neutral zone to the offensive end. They give a chase down low. Trying to get to it is going to be the Knights. Shea Theodore going to move it up through center into the offensive end, but going to be taken right back by the Leafs. Going back up the other way into the offensive end, back in behind the net. Over to the near side. The Knights moving it out of their end. And going to flip it up into the offensive end. Going to be deflected by Wall to the near side, though. And that puck going to go loose up to center, where the Knights are going to come away with it. Off the stick of Hannafin. Hello! Hello! Up through center, 4:16 to go into the offensive end. Here's your chance. Hannafin passing across. A chance. Shot across. Hey! Shoots and scores! That's going to be Pavel Dorofeyev tying this game at 5. Wow. And that's a trick, isn't it? That's a trick for Dorofeyev. We verified just to make sure, but I believe that is it. And over the glass they come. The hat trick goal. Man. Dorofeyev, 2 power play goals, and then that beauty to tie us up here at 5 goals. And there is over the glass they come. We'll throw the hat in the air for his hat trick. There we go. We always throw the hats in the air for the tricks. A nice redirect there. Man. Oh, the Leafs are challenging the goal. As they're cleaning up the hats, they are challenging the goal. Wouldn't that be something? All these fans tossing their hats over the glass and his team not a hat trick. Wow. They're reviewing it because it might have been kicked in. It might have been kicked in off the skate of Dorofeyev. If it was kicked. Never mind, the play was offside. No goal for offside. So Dorofeyev, no hat trick. I think every fan in that stadium deserves a hat after that one. Oh, it's Dorofeyev as well that was offside. Wow. Man, that sucks. Imagine you threw your hat onto the ice for that, and it's not a hat trick. The fans, man. I think every Vegas fan should be offered a free hat for that because, like, bro. Over to the near side, moving it up. The Leafs going to flip it into the offensive end. Battling around to that far side. The Knights trying to get to it, but the Leafs moving it around the near side. From the stick of Morgan Riley back over to the far side. Austin Matthews getting in there as well. Down low to that far side corner. Taken out by Eichel, or not Eichel, that's Mitch Marner up into the offensive end. Going to send it. And down low they go. Over to that far corner in the Leafs end. Now up at the top of the zone. Pass deflected. Moved out by the Leafs. Back by the Knights. Over to the near side to Hannafin. Into the offensive end he goes. Looking to move it around down low. Hannafin to the far side. But not going to be remained. Going to be taken there by McCabe. Up to the near side. Going to hit Domi. Into the offensive end. Down into the corner they go. Over to that near side. Still down low into Vegas end. Over to the near side to the far. Back in behind the net. Backing around to the near side. Austin Matthews going to move that puck around. The Leafs at the top of the zone. Keeping it in down low. Taking it out. There's going to be McMahon to the far side. A chance at the top of the zone now for Carlo. Chance now Domi. Get around down low. Going to send it around that far side behind the net. And that's going to be for Austin Matthews. Over to the near side. Domi. Domi passing across. Shot going to be denied. Over to the near side. Domi. Up top now. Up to the top of the zone now. Going to connect with Carlo. Wing to wing. And a crack over to Carlo again. Over to the far side. Shot. Not going to go. And out now the Knights taking it away and going to flip it out of their zone over to the near side. And here comes Stone into the offensive end, sending it down back into the corner. Battling for that possession over to the far side. Going to take it is John Tavares. Moving it up out of the Leafs end. Going to be taken back by the Knights in their own end. Over to the near side. Going to connect off of the stick of Shea Theodore. Now puck up to the far side there from Ben Hutton. Into the offensive end. Down to the corner they go. Moving it around that far side. Again, a big body check delivered along the boards. Puck gets cleared out. Vegas going to get possession. Over to the near side. Into the offensive end. A chance here. Here comes Bowman. Down low. Battling for that puck along the boards. Near the corner. Puck gets moved to the top of the zone. Kept in by the Knights. Into the Leafs end. Over to the far side. The Leafs with possession. Passing across. Clearing it out of their end. Into the offensive end. They're going to send it back in the net of Hill. Far side. Hill dishes out a big check behind the net. And over to the neutral ice. Into the offensive end they go. Passing across. Into the offensive end. A chance of shot. Not able to get a shot off. Over to the near side to Eichel. Eichel. And Hill is off. We got an empty net here. Let's go ahead and put the empty net home. So the Knights going shorthanded for the last minute 22. With that puck. Into the offensive end they go. Moving it around. Over to the near side. The Leafs going to move it out of their zone, but the Knights coming away with it now. Back into the defensive end. And Hannafin to the near side. Going to connect with Dorofeyev. Back over to the far side. Then in by Lazon. Or Korzak, my bad. Over to the near side. Flipping it up. Going to be maintained there by Hannafin. Going to get to that puck. Out there dishing out some pressure. Going to be for the Leafs. That's going to be Matthew Nyes. Over to the far side. Working with it now to the near. Under a minute to go in regulation. Eichel. Pass it back. Over to the far side of the offensive end. Going to dump it in. Back in behind the net. And the puck goes out of play. Off the netting. Or 44.2 to go here in this third period. Wow. Taking a look back at that offside on that almost hat trick by Dorofeev. That was the right call. It's literally a game of inches. That is the difference. How's it going, Sports Predictor? How you doing, man? Oh, here we go. Look at Vegas. Here we are. 44.2 to go. Vegas going to use their timeout. I'm going to use their timeout. Get back up into a standing position here. As we do that for tight games. And here we are. Let's see. Back in the draft. Oh my gosh. Here we go. Ready to roll. Empty net now for the Knights. 44.2 to go. 6 on 5. 30 shots for the Knights. 28 for the Leafs. Vegas just needing one goal. One goal to go in that net. Up to the top of the zone. The Knights sending it to the near side. Going to connect Marner. Down low. The corner back up top. Working with it again, sending it further down low, back up behind Stone. Looking for some help to the near side. Eichel with a chance. A shot. Loose. Over in front. Still loose again. Shot. Over to the near side. Eichel. Top of the zone. Passing across again. Off of Marner. Down low again. Back up to Marner. Marner down to the near side again. Shot to Jack Eichel. Top of the zone now. Back to Eichel. Eichel trying to put around down low again. Stone to Eichel. Eichel back across. He just go. The Vegas Golden Knights tie it up with 7.0 to go. Wow. It doesn't get better than this, folks. The Vegas Golden Knights tie the frickin' game with 7 ticks left on the clock. It does not get better than this, folks, when you're watching hockey. They were going to get that 5th goal, whether you wanted them to or not, and that was a beauty there from Hertl. It was Stone up to Eichel, down to Hertl, and right on into the net. A beautiful, beautiful play there. So it looks like we are going to be going to overtime here in this one. Here we go. It's 3, 2, 1, and we are going to frickin' overtime, boys. The empty net working for Vegas, and they've got the momentum, scoring 2 unanswered goals. They're getting ready to go to a 3-on-3 overtime period. All right. Well, I like the goal horn. It sucks sometimes. Let me guess. Too long? Too long for Vegas? Bad timing? I can see it. It always comes in early. Always, Vegas is always a longhorn. That's the problem with Vegas. Okay, okay, then what do you say why do you say it sucks sometimes? I want to hear. I want to hear some feedback here. Because it's early? Unfortunately, my delay is not consistent. I mean, I wish I could, but sometimes I'm right on. Sometimes I'm 30 seconds behind. Sometimes I'm almost a minute behind. So I can't really tell it what the delay is. The wait to play the horn. Which kind of sucks. It's like, you either want the goal horn with it being early, or you don't really want it. That's kind of the tough dilemma I have. Oh, there's the USA Sorrows no goals ad. I don't mind the noise or duration, especially if it's authentic. Oh, absolutely. These are the same goal horns they use in stadium, man. I got the exact goal horns they use in stadium. I found them. It took me a couple hours of tweaking them down, editing them down, rendering them all out. But we got it all. For the authenticity of it, we got each team's goal horn all queued up, ready to go. And the code automatically runs it. So it's either we get an early goal horn or no automated goal horn. And I prefer automation, even if it comes at the expense of the goal horn being early. I might add a generic 30-second delay or 20-second delay. Ducks goal horn. I like it, don't get me wrong, but I don't like the fact that they interweave the music into the horn at the beginning and not just, horn or horn fade into music. That gives me a risk of copyright. Potentially, I've not covered the Ducks since that, but it does run that risk. Here we go. Ready to roll with some overtime here. So here we go. Oh, yeah. The Oilers goal horn is fruity. We'll play that Oilers goal horn after this game, so you guys can all hear the fruitiest goal horn in the NHL. So the draw going to be won by the Leafs. Leafs going from right to left. The Knights going from left to right. Moving it up, McCabe to the near side, going to connect with Matthews. Austin Matthews passing up, trying to hit Knies into the offensive end with some speed. Back a little bit. Regroup. Going to go for a change. Is going to be defensive change for the Leafs. Now Austin Matthews back into the defensive end, working with that puck. Moving it around. I love how ESPN labels the players on this. Makes my job easy. Knies up through center. In the offensive end. Pass shot by Matthews. Not going to go. Over to the near side. And Jack Eichel getting in there with Riley. Puck goes loose. Taken by Knies. Eyes back into the defensive end. He goes. The far side. Still back into the defensive end. Looking to move it around. Knies going to slow this thing down. Both for changes. Knies going to leave it around behind the net. Over there for Ekman-Larsson. Larson, that puck, the opportunity. Marner right in front of the net, but going to pass to the far side to Michelli. Michelli, that puck up into the offensive end. He goes. Going to look to find an opportunity. Michelli trying to connect with Tavares. We're going to go over to the far side again. Top of the zone to Ekman-Larsson. Larsson over to Tavares. Tavares looking to move it around at the top of the zone, sending it down low if he can. Going to move it around down low himself. And Hanifin playing a strong defensive play, but Michelli gets it down low. Looking for some help. Sending it around behind the net over to the near side to tie it for that puck. Hanifin trying to free it up. Goes to Mitch Marner. Marner going to leave it back for Hanifin. Out of the defensive end through the center ice area. Now here comes Hanifin up at center. Going to back it up a little bit. Back it up. Beep, 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 beep. Marner up now. Going to pass back to Eichel through center. Into the offensive end they go. Eichel going to go to the far side down low. Looking for some help. Passing it up. Going to connect with Theodore. Shea Theodore over to Stone. Stone with a shot. And off the boards over to the near side. Eichel now with that puck passing on over to Shea Theodore into the offensive end. Back up to Stone. Stone over to the near side. Not able to connect. Taken back. Cohen up through center into the offensive end for the Leafs. Trying to find some help. Going to take it back to the center ice. Look to pass it over to Austin Matthews. Going to back it up. Slow it down a little bit. 2:43 to go in overtime. And here we go. Cohen up into the neutral zone again. He goes. And I think we got a game over, but we'll wait to call it here. Cohen up to Matthews, back to Cohen. Into the offensive end, Cohen with a chance, passing across, shot, not going to go. Over to the near side, going to be taken back. Here comes your 2-on-1. Shea Theodore into the zone, passing across, over there to Stone. Stone back across in front, chance for Eichel. He takes it and he shoots, he scores! Jack Eichel! Let's go ahead and play that again. Jack Eichel with the game winner. Another multi-goal comeback. That makes 3 in the 6-game win streak for the Vegas Golden Knights. What a way to do it. The comeback and do it again. In overtime. Again. What a way to do it. This is the same script as last night. They did the same thing last night. They came back against the Kings. Managed to go into overtime and punch it in overtime for the game winner. Man. Just like that. Yeah, so the overtime has not always been 5 minutes, I don't believe, but I could be wrong. It used to be, I believe, 5-on-5 overtime. Then they pulled it down to 3-on-3 to make games more decisive in overtime. Oh, the Leafs blew it. The Leafs blew that goal. They blew that whole game. At least they get a point out of it, but they should have had 2. But I did promise you guys it. We're going to play the Edmonton goal horns. Get ready. Brace yourselves. It's the fruitiest goal horn in the NHL. Here we go. I actively cringe when I hear that goal horn, man. I actively cringe. Like, Like, why? And then the horn is so high pitched to begin with. It almost sounds like something in a minor key. Like, it sounds like something you would hear in a horror movie. It sounds like something you would hear in a horror movie in a gay strip club. That's what it is. You guys are onto something. That goal horn is something you would hear in a horror movie in a gay strip club. Mark my words. Please don't clip that. That is what it sounds like. Oh my gosh. What a way to do it though. A final in overtime here. Let's go ahead and shrink that down. What a way to do it though for Vegas. Coming back and doing it in overtime, man. It don't get much better than that. It don't get much better than that. I don't like them putting chemicals in the water. They'll turn the freaking frogs gay. Do you understand that? Oh, that's great. That is great. But what a way there for Vegas to do it tonight. Isn't go to bed happy? Oh, yeah. Although I can't go to bed just yet. I have some notes, and I need to record a video. Actually, 2 videos. I'm starting a new series of Blank Fan Reacts, mostly Pittsburgh-centric. Steelers, Penguins, Pirates. I got a Steelers fan react to the 2025 NFL season. I'm going to be recording tonight. And I'm also going to be a Pittsburgh Penguins fans reaction to the Pens Flyers game. And I'm shocked that went through. Oh my gosh. But yeah, with that being said, though, I am going to wrap up this stream here for tonight so I can get those recorded and edited and hopefully out by tomorrow. At least one of them out by tomorrow. But if you guys didn't, like, drop a like, subscribe, all that fun jazz. It is greatly appreciated. And with that, the next stream, let's take a look at that real quick. The next stream is going to be on Saturday. Saturday at 12:30, we got the Minnesota Wild taking on the Buffalo Sabres, the hottest team in hockey. We'll be live for that game on Saturday at 12:30. Mark your calendars. Be there or be square. And with that, I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out and have a good one. Have a good night, everybody. Good night, Heather. Good night, Sports Victor. Good night.